Hello! Welcome everyone to D6, where I, RGM, bring together several friends from across the internet to play D&D.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. Woo indeed. A little low energy, but that's how it usually starts. Alrighty. So before we get into today's episode, all the stuff that comes along with it, we are... I'm sure at this point we've now have at least some of the podcast stuff up at this point. To those of you who are watching this now over on YouTube, I just want to inform everybody that our episodes go up a week early over on our Patreon version of these episodes. And then we release our podcast versions on Saturdays. I don't think that there is anything else aside from Patreon, which, by the way, we now officially have a D6 Patreon in order to try and get this show personally funded instead of me constantly throwing money at this. And, yeah. Yeah.
We've already got a couple very generous patrons, so thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, we're already sitting at $50, and thank you guys so very much. We're hopefully going to try and get some more money in hopes that we could get an editor very soon, but as it currently stands, we're currently just sitting where we're sitting and getting art commissions as we're arting. So, there we go. Alrighty. Is there anything else, D6-wise, that I'm trying to think of? Because my brain feels like that there is more.
Have you told them about the various social media presences we have?
I have not. So, to those of you who don't know, we do have a couple of social medias that you can follow us on. One of which is Blue Sky, since we've managed to get that up and started. I know it is a slow process to move from one social media platform to another. We do have Twitter, because I refuse to call it anything else. And I think So what?
TikTok.
Yes, we have TikTok. Yes, we have TikTok. We are uploading our episode shorts, so we'll be taking small clips from our past episodes, and we will be uploading them over on both YouTube and TikTok, to which Kendra is going to be running. So look forward to that. If you're trying to find small, wonderful moments that we have found in our episodes, I really look forward to continuing to expand our social media presence with everyone's assistance. I cannot be thankful enough for that. Anything else? I feel like that there's always something else in my mind, and I just completely blows by me.
It's okay. You'll remember it at 2 a.m.
Right?
Why do you put that curse out there? Why?
Because if I don't put that curse out there, he won't remember it all.
Fair enough.
Alright. So, I think that's it. Nothing else? Nothing else pressing?
Not at the moment.
Nope.
Alrighty. Well then, we shall go ahead and start today's session of D6. So, where we had last left off. As our adventurers finally leaving Bulvaka and heading out into the ocean for the first time on the pirate ship Nightwish, you all head for an island known as Dead Man's Dive. And you're experiencing the ocean probably for the first time together as a whole. Begin to find certain connections beyond the veil before arriving at this island. Winry, you end up having this faint connection to Moongrave, a dragon that had once protected your island for millennia before passing. Before making landfall, though, the party is attacked by a group of Sahuagin under unknown pretenses. After quickly dispatching them and arriving first thing in the morning, you all see several shipwrecks before finding a halfling man currently trapped under what was an Alanon warship trying to send a missive to an admiral within the Bordean Sea. After convincing him that your acts of piracy are not as volatile as others, managing to convince him to stay on your guys' ship until you return, you all head into the island before gathering materials, food, and then resting for the night, before being promptly awoken by a group of kobolds trying to steal your stuff and food, before catching them and having a short conversation before being led back to these old ruins where a home of kobolds have made. And that is where we had last left off. As you are all kind of being tugged and pulled and observed in several different ways by several groups of kobolds before a elder kobold comes to speak to all of you. Curious as to what you're all doing here. That's where we had last left off.
Bunch of giants in a village of kobolds.
Yep.
Well, a bunch of giants and one not so giant.
So, with that, as this elder comes over and kind of just pokes around at the two that are capable of speaking Draconic.
Oh, right, there's only two of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used understand languages on myself, but I don't know.
Three that can understand Draconic.
I think it lasts 8 hours. If I
thought Reloy did.
Did I?
Connor?
Yeah.
Does Reloy know Draconic, or...?
I don't believe I do know Draconic, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, I don't know why I thought you did.
Don't... Yeah, I don't have comprehend languages either, so...
Gotcha.
Oh, well. Well, as they sit down and begin to start with the discussion, looking at you two. So, what brings to island?
How do we want to put this?
What does bring to island?
I'm just gonna say, for the sake of it, just this, we're probably translating for Holly and Reloy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you have your ties to Moongreer, Tonelli.
Wrong name. Winry.
Sorry, Winry. Sorry, guys, I play a whole other game with Kendra the day before.
Different timeline.
Different but similar. But yes, Winry would clear her throat and approach closer.
Well, we were initially sent to explore this island, but I also felt the pull of Mumgrear's influence. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more, and perhaps this village is part of the history of Mumgrear.
As they kind of wave the staff a bit, you see a almost tiny illusion kind of just pops over the head. This was old outpost for travelers from the Quakanata people.
Kokonata?
Quakanata.
Okay. Well, what were they like? Were they kobolds like you, or
No.
more like us?
Like you, only slightly taller.
I expected as much. So, what did they do here? Or do you have that part of their history?
Used to be outpost for materials, food, and leaving behind great treasures.
Okay. So it was almost like a small little port town?
Only for Quacanada.
Ah.
Mungre left behind Old Blessing, Hideaway Island for a while, before, more recently, creatures of the deep before coming, and taking treasure room, taking the dive. Bringing out one of their mighty beasts in order to act as god.
One of their mighty beasts. One of your kobolds mentioned a. Remind me,
chicken?
Miss Cotton. It was a cloudy chicken.
Cloudy chicken.
Yes, cloudy chicken. It
Do you
would
have-
help us travel around island every so often.
Cotton will also add in common to Wenry just this for a minute. We're also here for the Eye of Vigid as well. If I understood that correctly, we were coming here for that one.
Yes. So I suppose we should talk to them about that.
Yep.
Perchance, can you tell us where these treasures are hidden? We might be able to secure them, and we're actually looking for something that might be in the treasure room. If it's okay if we look.
You see that there is a slight delay as you are. Let's see. Who has insight? You have a good enough insight. You can tell that you are asking quite a bit from them as a stranger. These are pretty isolated rascals, and to make a demand for knowing where the treasure room is pretty big for them.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Out of character. I can't quite recall. Was the cloudy chicken mentioned to have been something causing them trouble as of late, or?
It is one of their guardians.
Okay, so that's one of their guardians. Gotcha.
Their guardians or the Sahuagin's guardian?
The Kobold's guardian.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, perhaps we can help you out in other ways. We saw the very fishy Sahuagins as we were coming in. We've taken care of a few. Are they still just something that's consistently a problem for you guys?
Yes. They come out from deep within the grove before reaching us and causing problems. We try to chase them away every so often, but the last time they took a cloudy chicken.
They took
No
cloudy
guardian
chicken.
is loud.
Our guardians are gone, and you can see that they're kind of sad, and like the essence of what was supposed to be a protector is now gone.
Aw, poor little guys.
It seems to me like we have a possible objective here.
Wenry will turn to the party, just like, okay, so their guardian is kidnapped by these Sahuagins. I think the only way that we can get a little further with them is by helping them out and recovering this guardian.
That's a reasonable thing to do.
Well, yeah.
And in exchange for recovering this guardian, we can have access to their treasury and look for the Eye of Vigid.
Maybe. That's not a guarantee, but it would certainly put us a good step forward going that way.
It should certainly be a guarantee before we seal this agreement.
I suppose you're right.
I'm not doing something for nothing.
Well, of course.
We are pirates, after all.
Or at least we're trying to be.
Well, what we can say right now is, if we want to go do this, we're going to have to make sure that we have a fair exchange. We're all in agreement of that, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Alright then. And Wenry will turn back to the Elder Kobold.
Alright. We would like to help you find this guardian, but we also... I know it was forward of me to ask before, but would it be possible to, after we've recovered your guardian, to see where this treasure is, to see if we can find what we're looking for?
We would be also pretty much eliminating your enemy for the most part. And that's a lot of
True.
hard work.
I think by recovering your guardian, we would, at the very least, very strongly deter the Silligans from coming back.
Make me a persuasion with advantage.
Hey.
Persuasion with advantage. Okay.
Persuasion.
Okay,
Yeah.
first one. And second one. Okay, well, my first one was better. It was a 22.
Nice.
You rolled as Tonelli.
I borrowed Tonelli's charisma.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
I'm sorry,
realized.
I had the wrong sheet up.
Yeah, I
me
also
try that
had the
one
wrong
more
game
time.
up.
Oops.
I'm like, wait,
See,
hold
this
on.
is-
That says
This is what
Tonelli.
happens. This is what happens when you play two games. Let me try that one more time, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, that first one was that, and second one... Okay, well, that first roll was better. 16.
Okay. As they kind of just like scratch their little scaly chin just a bit.
Very well. We will let you have treasure room in exchange for cloudy chicken,
Of course.
and we will help you get into dive.
That's very helpful. Thank you so much. We really
Question.
appreciate that.
Is this thing underwater?
Yeah, well, it flooded a couple seasons ago, and that's how creatures got in.
Ah.
I am sorry, Cotton. It looks like you're gonna have to get
Nah.
wet.
Listen. I expected this. We're on a ship most of the time.
Grab gilly drink from local alchemists.
Gilly
Gilly drink. Yeah, gilly drink.
Would
Will
I
help
know
you
her?
swim in brief.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Thank you
assuming
very
Cotton would
much.
be somewhat familiar with that stuff.
It is a potion of water breathing.
Yeah, so-
Probably made in a very gross way.
Oh, joy. So it went
Given
from...
their...
Oh, no.
Yeah. They are... It is primitive magic, but it is primitive nonetheless.
Yep.
If an ingredient of a potion says essence, don't drink it.
Well, do that or you drown.
I'm a very good swimmer, but I'm not that good.
I don't swim.
Well, I suppose that's true. You do sink more than swim, so I believe this would be very helpful to you at the very least.
Mira just pockets the potion.
Yeah. As after this agreement, you guys are welcome to explore the ruins quite a bit. And you guys are first invaded by a lot of these kobolds before, the elder kind of talks them all down to kind of give you your space. And that you will introduce yourselves as you go along. But yeah, you are welcome to walk the ruins until you decide to leave.
Well, the first thing that Wenry is interested in investigating is that giant bronze dragon statue.
Yes. Let's see. Where's your history? Oh, okay. So, as you go around the ruins, and Winry, as you go and find what is that giant, now slowly discolorating bronze statue, which should have turned green long ago, but it is now starting to, become a part of that weather. You see with what is the rather miniaturized majesty of a very detailed ancient bronze dragon. And it kind of sits at the center of the entirety of the village, kind of like just as this landmark. And you can see at the bottom of this kind of propped up statue is little offerings, either scraps of food, sticks, various coconuts, as well as just kind of these leather offerings from animals hunted.
Well, Wenry will take her time to study the statue and appreciate it before probably surreptitiously looking around, making sure that her party's not watching too much. She bows her head, she claps her hands together, and wishes a peaceful afterlife for Mumgrer.
Yeah. It's kind of strange in the thought for dragons, because they, especially those who are as old as Mumgrer, they can live for somewhere around 4,000 years. And, that's a good chunk of what was the initial beginnings of the Feyvelmach. It's strange going from a place that has a lot of history to a place that has history connected in its adjacentness to it. Alright.
Does the sword react to the statue at all?
No, due to the nature of the blessing not being here anymore. It's kind of moot. And that's probably what you could notably tell, because, again, it's a lack of that blessing. Alright. Anything else for anyone else?
Aside from just curiously looking at the rest of the ruins?
I mean, yeah. You're welcome to investigate, you're welcome to do, to keep talking to some of the kobolds.
Are any of these kobolds offering trade?
Make an investigation check.
I will do this. What is my investigation? Pretty good. Let's see. That is a 14.
14. There is a couple of kobolds that do trade amongst themselves. You do see one who is currently in this kind of very wide hut, but not a very long hut. And they kind of just have everything strewn across the top of one of these banisters, like just held on ropes and strings, as well as this very notable sized blackened cauldron with what looks like to be anything that can be thrown in it has been thrown in it.
Oh.
And
Ooh.
you take a look around as you can see with what is this kind of like really scrappy, very damaged, like it's missing one of its digits on its left hand kind of kobolds. And as you look around, you see with what looks like to be this little bag, and inside is this sizable marble, about 2.5 inches in diameter, that glows this very deep yellow, and it ticks like a clock.
Big marble.
Ooh.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah. Now let's see. Based off of your Arcana. Yeah, you would recognize that this is a special kind of marble. This is not from the island. It seems that it might have been found, or rather raided from one of the many ships that have made it here. The way it ticks almost comes off like dunamancy.
Ew. Cotton would be like, do you need me to translate for you?
If you don't mind.
Sure. And just for the sake of it, she's translating for Ruloy now.
Okay. As you see this rather, like, really patched up, grizzled looking alchemist of a kobold. Ha!
The ticking ball. How much would you want for that?
I like your snake.
My snake. Oh, my staff. Yes, yes.
I think he's asking you to trade for it.
Trade the snake for the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, indeed. Well, this is an object of sentimental value towards myself. I'd be willing to trade it, as well as, do you have any herbs? Or incense?
Both.
Yes.
Yes.
Both? Alright.
As he goes over and, like, he pulls out with what looks like to be a very thick stack. Like, you go to, like, one of those very special shops that have, like, these big incense sticks. They are massive compared to him.
Oh,
but,
wow.
Yeah. Big incense sticks.
This is way more than I thought. Absolutely, yes. I will hold out my quarterstaff to him.
Yes. And gives you incense and the ball. This is known as a shard of dunamancy. It is a spell focus, and I will tell you more after you have attuned to it.
Hot balls.
Are you really
can just
partying
go
with
ahead
your
and
staff?
remove that staff from my image now, please.
Oh,
Now
no.
we'll never
Staff
know if
for
I
more
talk
than
to the
2
snake.
episodes.
Oh no.
Thank
I
everything.
didn't think this would happen,
Alright.
but, like, it's fine.
I'll take this shard of dunamancy, you said it was?
Yes.
Shard of... I don't think you're gonna find it in there. I'll just put it down.
I'm gonna
Sure,
throw cheese at you at some point, Connor.
After Blue went through all that effort.
It's alright, it's an
After
easy
all
fix.
that effort, now he no longer has it. And
It's
you want to
an-
know what? He's gone forever.
Oh no, no it's an easy fix. It's fine. I'm just, yeah.
Well, he'll bow to his now dearly departed staff, and he'll tuck away the shard of dunamancy and the herbs and incense that he acquired from this. Pleasure doing business.
Was it really that sentimental to you?
You as well.
You can see as he now has the stick, he's kind of just waving it around, hoping it would bend.
Not an actual snake. Okay.
Also, whilst leaving, he does provide you with 5 vials of water breathing.
Oh,
They
shit.
are
Right, forgot about that.
This is the guy that was making it. You get the sense and feeling, because here's the thing. Usually it would be very liquid, very not as
Ooh,
yeah.
chunky, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like slime. Every time you just turn it, it just
Cotton's just holding it
that's
between
the
her claws
essence.
and just giving that. Oh, yeah, that would be the essence.
it
That's
is
the good stuff right
it
there.
It looks like snot.
Don't drink it. It's not what you think it is.
Maybe it would be easier to consume when it's hot or something? Like soup?
Maybe just
Does,
close your eyes and think
chowder.
of better times.
does anyone have purify food and water?
might
I think
ruin
I
the-
do, actually.
That
I
might
think
help.
I can ritual cast
I
it.
don't think it will.
Because, like, Cotton's looking at this as an alchemist, it's like, no.
Well,
You can't be too picky out in the seas.
But if there are ways, I will take them.
I can ritual cast.
like they say in Hollengrad, as long as it works.
Yeah.
Mira's just smiling. Like he just pockets the potion of water breathing.
Winry will.
Holly.
Oh.
Holly. While as you are kind of looking around town, you do notice two things. What is this very makeshift barn, very large compared to these guys, and upon looking, you notice that there are various white, long, massive feathers, especially for you, as well as a couple of kobolds that are kind of just using the barn as like this, I guess, staging area as they're trying to like mimic a performance, if that makes sense. Like they're trying to like one is pretending to play a violin and one is like screaming in tunes and one is like pretending to play like drums and stuff, like big old war drums.
Okay,
so
this
cute.
is fascinating. So she's gonna walk in and kind of look at the feathers and then just be enchanted by the work of art happening in front of her. And she's gonna sit down and she's gonna like watch.
You do not understand a single word that is being said, by the way.
No, not at all. She speaks no Draconic. But she is gonna sit down and clap along as just like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
As you're clapping along, they all kind of stop, look, and they continue, and it's this strange song, and for all intents and purposes, make a history check.
Oh, a 6.
Yeah. It's not a hard song to remember. It actually kind of sounds like a tune from a bard that you swear you have heard it from before. Like, it's a very catchy song, very poppy, and you swear it's from somewhere. You're trying to remember the artist's name, and it just escapes you.
She is gonna kind of nod her head along, and then she's gonna like kind of motion, like wave at them and be like, What are you singing? I don't know if you speak common.
Would you?
Fakur ban filatskura ban lip noya.
Do you need our help?
Yeah,
I mean, like Mira can come up and try to and
she's
understand
gonna
it.
poke her head out
to
of the
help you.
barn and be like, "Can somebody who speaks Draconic come over here, please?"
I mean, like, Mira comes over. Is like, I can't speak it, but I can translate.
I mean, I can speak it if you need.
I also can.
Yeah, I'm
It
curious
could be
now.
a party.
I think we're all just curious at Holly
Yeah.
yelling for somebody who speaks Draconic.
Yep.
As you guys get there, she's like,
All right,
"There's a whole performance going on, and I can't figure out what song this is, but I want to know what's happening."
Okay. She'll translate that back to them, I guess.
As they translate it back to you,
'Tis from big ship, song from mighty bard. Her beauty knows no bound.
Huh. Are they still playing around with the massive feathers or something?
yeah, like one is kind of using it as like drumsticks at this point. And you also see like one that's like kind of just like trying to use like very basic magic in its own way and like trying to create lights in a light show, and you swear even with your passive history, you swear you've seen something of this performance before,
Holly,
probably in your youth.
okay. Holly is going to kind of walk over to one of the ones that's doing a big thing with the feathers, and she's gonna like run her hand along the feather and be like, "Can you ask them what these feathers are, what they're supposed to represent? What I want to know what this is because it seems so familiar."
Yeah, I'm. So she'll like kneel down to them because she realized she's 6'2" to these kobolds. And she'll ask, it's like, what are these supposed to be representing? And where did you even get them?
These are from Guardian.
So it is a chicken. Okay.
Feathered at the very least.
And
Yeah.
what are these supposed to be representing?
It's just fun to use.
Well, they're saying it's just fun to use, but to be fair, Holly, it looks like they're using it like drumsticks, you know? And she'll, like, mimic the same thing he's doing.
It's very cute. I just feel like I've seen it 100 times before. But it was
seems
so
familiar to me,
long
too.
ago.
They said Bard and Big Ship.
Did he say bard or bird?
Bard.
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 Which makes sense. It is musical that they're mimicking, so...
And he said,
You think maybe it was a song sung by one of the bards that came in on one of the shipwrecks?
maybe. He said her beauty
I don't
knows
think
no
about
bounds.
the shipwrecks. Wait, what did that note say? Tenelli? Winrico, oh my god, this is gonna kill me.
Help me out! Alright, let's see here. Let me pull up my Sandtide notes.
Sorry.
Let me see here. Her wretched song, if you ever find this, fear that wretched song.
They don't seem to be fearing it.
Maybe
think
because
maybe
they
it
don't
just
have
does-
anything to fear from this person.
That's a good assumption.
Have you
Maybe.
seen this? She's asking the Kobold, have you seen this bard before?
Yeah.
What does she look like, if you can?
You can see as some of the two others like kind of come over and like they all kind of like try and stack on top.
This high.
Okay.
Long hair.
Okay.
And like they're trying to like they're pointing at the I suppose like the left side of like that top dress of you. That color, that
Pink?
color.
Pink.
Yeah.
Would this ring a bell?
Well, this
Kind
kind
of.
of. Them.
There's a lot of bards that wear pink.
That is true. Well,
Yeah.
it's a she.
But how many of them are female, dress in pink, and come around to a place where kobolds would know her?
On a big ship.
Probably more
Quite
than you
possibly
think.
only one. Yeah, there's probably only one that might come to mind thinking about that. Let's see. Looking back at that as history, it might be a notable bard known as Priya. She travels around, especially within the Bordean Sea area. She's been going on a massive world tour recently. And every so often she'll try and find the more isolated areas where she's allowed to play her shows for more wild groups.
Yeah, if that's the case, if she's picking up on that, the ears would perk up straight up, and she just looked really giddy for a second. She went, Priya! It's Priya! Just like really excited for a second, and it's, oh, Priya, sorry.
Do you know this, Priya?
Okay, I take
Mira
it you know
gives like a
them.
little chuckle.
Glance at, just like, judgment. What was that, Holly?
Oh, is she a friend of yours?
No, I would love to, but no.
You just...
She is a very talented bard I've got to see.
Oh,
I got the privilege of seeing one of her performances.
you got really excited. I thought
wild.
maybe you knew her.
I got to see her. I'm a big fan of her work. And she's just poking the two large claws together. Insert big bold letters, fangirl.
And we got little Wenry, little sheltered Wenry
It's
on
like
the
that
side.
dialogue of God like playing in the background. In all reality, Priya was actually a massive fangirl, or Cotton is a massive fangirl of Priya. Unbeknownst to everyone else, aside from someone. Anyways, with that being said, they go back into playing their little pretend show before kind of getting a general idea of like what is being left here. are these massive feathers, and you're welcome to make some...
Yes, I was going to ask if I could look at them.
Yeah.
For clues.
Make either a history check or an arcana check.
Both of us, or just one of us?
To whoever is inspecting the feathers.
I can do arcana or history. I have proficiency in both.
I don't have proficiency in either one, but I'm happy to
You
just...
sure this wouldn't constitute a nature check?
It depends on the creature.
How's that on
Yeah.
arcana for 19?
Ooh.
For a 19. Okay.
It rolled a 16, but it's still saying 2 on my screen. I think it got disconnected. That's weird.
It might take a second. I'll take your word for it at the moment. The truth is as you kind of like inspect some of the feathers, you've seen a creature like this, especially in books, especially for some of your research, as far as your memory can be reminded of it. These size feathers are not equal to rocks, but rather to what are known as these creatures known as hippogriffs.
Ooh.
So I was right.
And they are these large winged creatures with a massive bird beak and a somewhat of a horse-like body, but they have a lot more avian features.
All right.
So this is our cloudy chicken.
Yep.
More like a cloudy horse, but that works.
What's a horse to them?
Horses
know.
don't typically travel the seas.
This is true.
But apparently there is one.
Oh no, I'm just saying they wouldn't know what a horse is.
No.
Cloudy
But-
chicken is accurate.
It makes sense that Priya was here. I mean, she does work with kobolds.
Wenry's folding her arms and raising an eyebrow.
Who's this Priya? I've never heard of her.
I'm so sorry.
Have you ever heard of Adele? No? I'm so sorry. Anyways,
Sorry.
other than that,
I think I have to recharge the dice. That's all it was. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's fine. So, with that, you kind of get a general overview of like how everything works. There's not much else aside from the usual conundrums of kobolds, but that pretty much covers the entirety of the village as far as history goes.
Okay. Well, are we gonna try purifying the sludge that is the potion, or
I think the first thing-
Virad, are you really gonna drink it?
No. I can hold
I
my
think-
breath for a very long time.
There it goes.
It's fine.
It's back.
How long is a long time?
Very, very long time.
Like an hour, 2 hours?
I guess you'll just have to find out.
All right, Mr. Apalung.
You're a fire genasi.
He just says a half shrug, just like, Doesn't say. I have my ways.
Don't make me have to drag you out of the water.
Oh, you won't.
There are spells for that.
Well, as it is, unfortunately, I don't have any spells for that, so I might just need to, try to consume this sludge.
Imbibe.
As she swishes it around in her hand.
There's no swishing. It is literally stick, 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 stick.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
takes
try
a-
to warm it up with my hands. if
She just
you
takes a
really
sniff
want
and
me
just...
to.
Do you want it warm, though?
Do you really want it warm?
Listen, if it's warm, it's more
Is
like
that
chowder.
the path?
Cotton
Is that
is...
the path? Okay.
Cotton's looking more and more sick the more you guys describe it being warm.
Your way of thinking is very unique. I appreciate it.
Hey, you don't know what's normal on my island.
And Wenry
I'm
will
being genuine.
Wenry will pass hers to Mirad and say,
Well, if you could At least warm it up a little bit.
That's completely up to you. And he holds the bottle in his hand and just starts heating it up a little bit.
And once it's ready, Winry will probably just hold it in her hands, take a sniff, and be very disgusted before promptly plugging her nose and taking a chug.
Let's hope that it did turn to gelatin after cooking.
Cotton just pops the cork off of it and just does a silent prayer to whomever and just throws it back and try not to gag.
It is like drinking or trying to consume what is the equivalent of a Tide Pod.
I was thinking more like gack.
As it slides down your throat, you gain the ability of water breathing for the next 8 hours.
How about we say it has the texture of pudding instead?
I mean, tapioca pudding.
That's a little bit more palatable. It's still disgusting, but it's more palatable.
No.
It doesn't taste like tapioca pudding, but you can feel all the beads and everything.
It very much has a very fishy taste. It's like one of those fish oil pills.
Oof.
Yes.
Tastes like that.
Cotton is currently dying.
Well, Winry actually given Winry grew up on a very small island that relied on fishing, it wouldn't be too bad. For her, at least.
Yours tastes like heated fish oil, though.
Heated fish oil. It's a little greasy on the way down, but it's not that bad.
Stop describing it!
Mira just kind of starts chuckling a little bit.
It's like watching one person is like, oh, it isn't that bad. Everyone's just kind of laying on all fours,
I have a second dose if anybody needs it.
I hate you.
But Reloy, Holly, will you be taking this potion as well?
Yeah.
I'll be taking it as intended.
Mira's just gonna sit there and watch and smile.
Alright. As both of you shoot yours back, Holly
can't have wine on this ship. Might as well have this.
It is like trying to swallow a whole banana. A very greasy, fishy tasting banana.
I am disgusted, but I think Holly would tuck it back, kind of shake it off, and go, ugh, I've had worse things to swallow.
Do.
Meanwhile, we've got poor Cotton over here on all fours, just.
If you puke it up, you have to take another one.
Glaring over her shoulder. Say something again. Say something again.
He smiles.
And Roloi, as yours gets shot back, it is like trying to swallow a thick bug that has been covered in grease.
Wow, I've done that plenty of times.
What on earth have you been
is-
eating?
That is horrid.
I'm kind of more upset we don't have a drink on the ship now.
Yeah, usually speaking, most potions of water breathing taste like a very coconutty sea breeze kind of taste, but this is just
Nightmare.
god awful.
It's a nightmare.
This is reality.
Bahamut forbid you ever do this again.
Listeners, this is further evidence that Aaron likes to torture his players. Just a little bit.
This is further evidence that like the circumstances in which the environment makes a lot of sense as to what you guys are consuming.
Oh yeah. Fun stuff.
Righto, so are you guys ready to make your way out of the village?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I suppose
Might as well.
before we go, it might
We've
be a
tried
good
all
idea.
there is to try here.
It
Someone
might
just
be a good idea to get a little bit more direction. I know he mentioned the grove, but
Oh, he's gonna lead us to it, as far as I remember.
You do see what is like this small kobold like tracker. They're not heavily experienced and will not be assisting in any battle, but they will point you in the right direction. As they're kind of just like covered in like trees, tree bushes, and like they have this long like leaf hat that kind of just is tied together by vines.
So cute.
As you are led into the thick jungle that makes up about 80% of this island. As you guys begin to travel and have some discussions among yourselves.
Watch your feet, you don't want them to get tangled in the vines.
I think I'm fine.
How your stomach's holding up?
Why? Why must you ask me this?
If you believe it or not, I've drank worse.
Same.
I don't want to.
You know, it's not so bad once it settles.
If it's still
Thanks.
bothering your stomach that badly, Cotton, you could maybe eat a piece of fruit. That ought to help settle it.
It's not that. It's just the memory of the texture. Meanwhile, she's just cutting away foliage with her claws to get everybody through.
Who needs a machete when you have a cotton?
Thanks. Just sounds like a lawnmower in the distance now.
Yeah.
So apparently we're looking for a hippogriff.
Yep, we're looking to rescue a hippogriff
But
from some, I believe it's Sahagins.
Sahooligans.
Sahagins. Forgive me, I've never encountered one of those things before.
Got some experience fending off Sahooligans.
Yeah, we just fought them on the ship.
Well, yes. But not before that. That was my first encounter with anything that wasn't my people or the resident of my island.
Well, now you have that experience. Congratulations.
Well, I know what they don't like lightning now.
Meanwhile, the claws just shock a little bit. She's got shocking grasp.
I don't think most people like lightning.
I hope we're going in the right direction.
I hope so too.
I mean, our guide should know a good chunk of this, right?
You can see that there is like a kobold going from like tree to tree and like kind of pointing in the general direction where you might go.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, we can at least just follow that direction and see where it takes us.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Doing our best.
As you guys traveling through here about reach the afternoon before you end up hitting a very hard stop as you notice that there is a kind of trenched river now beginning to run through this small section of the forest. And you see as the little kobold comes down and they kind of point in a general direction and start putting their hands together like this. As if like getting ready for
A fight?
an assault.
And alright, time to prepare for a fight.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
Drawn weapons, and I'm going to hide. Do the hide action.
Just disappears, you're just an outline.
Roll me a stealth check.
Do we all want to be sneaky?
I don't like D&D Beyond at all. So
Man, does it feel bad.
If it makes you
It
feel any
was
better, I
a
just rolled a 7 as well.
I'm a gosh darn rogue. I
Oh
should
my
be
lord.
able to hide.
None of us are very
No.
sneaky, apparently.
We're meant to be seen today.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna be crashing through the wood then.
That's funny.
Excuse me. Alrighty. So, stealth not being a option for
Rolloy
you
is just
guys.
gone.
Rolloy is just gone. Oh my lord.
What do you do?
Roll a
What did Rolloy-
20.
I rolled a 20.
Just,
Oh.
we're looking around, just like, where's Rolloy?
Just popped
He just-
out of existence.
Gone.
He just melded into the frickin' foliage like Homer Simpson.
Ah,
Excuse me. Yeah.
there's a burb.
Bird.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So, Rolloy, having the best chance of sneaking around, I will let you decide where you want to position, either closer or further.
Let's have a little look-see here.
And please attribute to any direction with the compass here.
I think Rolloy would be, let's put me a little bit northeast, so I'm close to that hippogriff cage. I've got dastardly things in mind.
Don't hurt the chicken.
Are you gonna jump that chasm?
Oh, actually.
There we go.
You haven't been noticed yet, thanks to your sneak.
Snick, 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 snick.
Alrighty.
So what do you think? Should we try to draw their attention elsewhere so that Rolloy can get a little closer, or
How far across do we have? If you were to jump, how far across is that?
Let's see. It's about 20 feet.
Because I'm saying
boy.
if I just beast trigger, I could just jump across and be the attention that needs to happen.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be stealthing and trying to sneak up on some of these guys.
Good luck with that.
Regardless. I mean, like, yeah, I fucking rolled low, because D&D Beyond hates me, but I was still gonna try my best.
Yeah, seeing as Rolloy went over there and he is squishy, she's just gonna run. She's gonna jump across.
Squishy.
Squimshy.
Squimshy.
She has, with her beast trigger, she has the ability to jump that far.
Alright. As you jump in and land, as many rocks begin to kind of fall under your feet into the water, as the river continues to push out towards the east end as it flows this direction.
Gotcha.
Alright.
You see as one of the Sahuagins, as they go and turn, and they see you as you have landed, and you have managed to garner its attention as it begins to scream and yell, as all the other ones begin to now gain attention, and I need everyone to roll me some initiative.
Oh, joy!
Let's do it.
That is a lovely 16 for Wenry.
Oh.
I rolled a whole 4. Yay.
Not great. Not bad, but not great.
Who has the better dexterity, Holly or Mira?
My dexterity is 13.
I have a +2. I have a 14.
Mira does.
So, Holly Henry. Let's see. Alright, what's Cotton's and Rolly's initiative?
11.
4.
And then... Alrighty. As this now sets the stage for combat. Welcome to your second fight, everybody.
Yay!
joy!
We graduate!
Fight 2!
Murad, top of the round. Holly, you're on deck.
Okay. I would like to go towards the east, just along the ridge there.
On your side.
On my side, yes.
Okay.
And I am going to go ahead and cast Eldritch Blast.
Anyways, you started blasted.
Still blasted.
Pew, 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 pew.
And so we double down.
That's a 20 to hit.
On that first one?
Yep, oh, that one right in front of me.
Alright, that will hit.
Cool, yep. And I will roll for damage. That is a 7 of damage.
Not bad, not
Alright,
bad.
good to know. As the eminence of the energy leaves your hand, it just hits him and blasts one of the shoulders. As you can see, it leaves a heavy scorch mark.
Nice, nice, nice. And as my bonus action, I'm going to use Cunning action to try to do the hide action again.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a stealth.
It just does not like me. I rolled another 9.
Yep. Fortunately, no.
2 9s for stealth. Cool. Alright. And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. Alright. Holly, you're up. Winry, you're on deck.
Roger that.
Okay, so for now, I think we're going to go across the tree trunk to be on that side to be able to support Rolloy and Cotton when the time comes.
It's you right there.
Is that...
As far as movement goes, that's as far as you can get.
Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for right now. I want to watch and see what they end up doing.
Yeah. Remove the tree top so we can
Oh,
see.
thank you.
Yeah.
The only issue is that my connection is so shoddy right now that everything's going pixelated.
Yeah, I can't really see the map very well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's back. Never mind.
Everybody, you gotta love
Bye-bye.
Discord.
Discord.
Do
Such
you?
is the system. Alrighty. That's it for
Yeah, I'm
Holly's
just
turn?
going to wait and see.
Alright, Winry, you're up.
Alright, Wenry is going to stay on this side with Captain Murad, be some extra support for him. Let's see. I'm going to have her come along a little closer. I'd say about 15, 20 feet closer along the ridge. And, let's see. She is going to throw a chill touch at the Sahuagin that Murad originally hit.
Alrighty. See a ranged spell attack.
That's an 8.
Unfortunately, no, as it goes as this spectral, ghostly hand of a dragon's claw reaches out, it just dissipates before it makes connection.
Well, the upside is that was a cantrip. Saving my spells. Alrighty. So Wenry will likely curse herself for not landing that hit, and I think that may be all that she can do right now. She doesn't want to get too close because she is squishy.
Squimsh.
Alrighty. And it is now Sahuagin Group 1 turn.
Shit.
Oh dear.
What? All right.
Okay. So, starting off, gonna have the Sahuagin, 2 Sahugans make an attack onto Murad, and then 1 throw their spear at Holly. Alright, so, starting with Murad. So, that is... Excuse me. It's going to be a 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
That first one. 21. And the other one is going to be a
That
12 to
hits?
hit.
Does not hit.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't gotten
bad.
to Holly yet.
Sorry. Sorry.
Alrighty. So. It's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And... Okay, and now as for Holly's attack, it's a natural 1.
Woo!
Hooray!
I don't think that
Alrighty.
hits.
He stumbles over his own feet.
Yeah!
Spear goes wide.
Alrighty. And that will be the end of Group 1. Rolla, you are up.
Alrighty. So, this chasm that I'm standing across from, how wide is it?
It's about 15 to 20 feet, depending on the, like, where it's curving out to.
And how far down?
About 20, 25 feet down.
Okay.
25 feet down?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty steep dive.
25.
25. How far away is the griffin's cage from here?
Hippogriff.
Oh.
Holly's gone.
Bye, bitch.
Right.
Oh no, we're gonna have to re-roll a new character.
No.
It's just Holly with a hat.
Just.
It's about 45 feet away.
45 feet away?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Just a little too far
Well.
for those little goatee legs.
But you're hidden. They don't know you're there.
Yep.
They don't know I'm there. I'm about to do something foolish. For you see, as a goat man, I have an ability called Mirthful Leaps.
Woo.
Which means I can add a d8 to the result of my long or high jump, and that adds to the number of feet that I can cover with a long jump.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do
Connor?
is I'm going to try and... Yes.
Sorry, it sounded like your voice cut out. Sorry. My bad.
Oh, I was looking away from the from my microphone because I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to long jump over this chasm here.
Like on the other, back on the other side.
I'm trying to go further east so I can get within 30 feet of the cage.
Oh no, you're already crossing.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
But you're probably looking at Wenry.
Never mind me then. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit closer to the cage in that case. I'm going to, just stay within the trees there.
Sneaky.
And then I'm going to, are there any obvious latches on the hippogriff's cage?
Yes. It's basically giant metal bars. I don't have a cage, but I do have what are my dungeon tile stuff.
That's fantastic. So there is a latch. There's no like lock on it.
They're keeping it locked because, they don't want it getting out, and this is a smart bird.
Oh, he's asking if there's an
But
actual lock on it.
It's not like a. It's
Yes,
not like a
there
padlock.
is a lock. It is a keyed lock.
A keyed lock. Okay. Do any of these fucking Sahagin have keys?
Possibly.
No,
Yeah,
nothing obvious, huh?
Yeah. At least
Okay.
not with your at least not with your passive.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to make an active perception check for this.
All right.
I want to see if any of these fuckers nearby this door have obvious keys here. Perception is +1. Here I go.
Here he go.
Let's go.
18.
18. None of the ones that are standing in front of the cage have a key on them.
Shit.
What about the 2 by me?
Alrighty.
That would be a question for you.
Darn. Alright, well, there goes that plan. I wanted to try and see if I could unlatch that latch and have the Hippogriff join this fight here, but I guess that's too much to hope for. I, instead... You know what? I will go ahead and I will continue to just search throughout this battlefield for any Sahagin with keys. That's gonna be my prerogative here.
Okay. With that in mind, you'll be making a lot of perception checks, but go right ahead. Is that what all you're doing right now?
I'm devoting this entire turn to trying to see which one of these Sahagin has a key.
As far as you would notice from there all the way to the ones immediately to the south, they do not have keys on them.
Alright,
No keys.
so it might be the ones across
Damn.
the way.
Alright, well. I suppose that's me then. I'll just be here and I'll bide my time.
While you still have the stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the element of surprise.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yes, please leave Reloy alone.
Be distracted. Yes. Yes. Be distracted.
B. Distracted. B.
B.
Distracted.
E. Distracted.
Alrighty. I got one for Cotton, one for Holly.
Oh, the other one's from the other group, right?
Yep, this is the second group.
Got it.
Alright. Alright, so the first one is going to go to Cotton. That's a natural 20.
Of course it is.
Oh god.
Owie.
And then for Holly, that is going to be
Nice.
a 17.
Because
Alrighty.
of that, if he's hitting me, he's gonna have to make a, what is it? Strength saving throw in a minute.
Alrighty. Okay. So you're taking 14 points in total, Cotton.
Okay.
Let's see. And their strength save is a 17.
They save it, but they're still taking 2d8 force damage. They're just not getting pushed away. Or, sorry, half as much damage, so I have to roll the 2d8s. So, in total, that is 15 cut in half. So, 7 points.
Alright. Not expected move, Cotton, but we got there.
Yep.
Alrighty. And as for Holly, you're taking 5 points of piercing
Okay.
damage. Alrighty. And that the end of Group 2's turn. Cotton, you are up.
Cool beans. She's just gonna strike at the one in front of her. That's all she really can do for now. That's a 5. Please read it. Please read it. It's not reading it. Did the...
Oh yeah, it'll get fuzzy sometimes. You just gotta hold it closer to your dongle.
Alright, there we go. 21.
21, that will hit. Anyway.
Cool beans. It's getting hit with not just the long claws, but they're getting the booming blade on top of it, so he cannot move unless he wants to take damage after that again. Alright, the damage is 5. Yay. And now he's also sparking with little bits of lightning and thunder here. I think it's
Thunderbolt and
Smart.
lightning, very, very frightening.
And the bonus action that I will do, since I don't want our healer to go down, she's getting Sanctuary. Because
Alrighty.
Holly, you already went, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you're getting Sanctuary. I just don't want to waste it. Because
Okay. Yes.
for those of
Alright,
you at
that
home,
would be-
if something tries to attack her, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw. If it fails, they have to hit something else.
Yep. Alright, and that will be the end of that round. Top of the round. We are on Mirad.
Hey.
And Holly, you're on deck.
Okay, I am going to use, let me see, a bonus action disengage as my cunning action.
Right, you're a rogue.
Yes, I am rogue. I'm a slippery motherfucker. And I'm going to run past these two and turn around and shoot another Eldritch Blast at the back of the one that I've already been hitting.
Alrighty.
Pew 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 bang bang blow.
The sophisticated sound design of P6, everyone.
That is a 22
Alright.
to hit,
Yeah. That'll do it.
Very nice.
and that's another 2 points of force damage.
Owie!
Alright.
And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. As you go and throw an Eldritch Blast, it just scorches the back of the head.
Pew, pew.
Alrighty. And Holly, you're up. Winry, you're on deck.
Roger that.
Holly is up?
Yes, I'm up
Okay.
now.
Yeah, Holly's up. Winry's on deck.
Alright, how many of these are within 30 feet of me? My screen's a little fuzzy. I think I see 3 of them.
You have one in front of you, one that is next to Cotton, and then one that's across from you. So you are here, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and then there are 2 over
Okay.
here.
I think that for the 3 that are close, they should all be within 30 feet, so we'll go ahead and cast Bane on them.
Ooh, a very good
I
spell.
love that spell.
And they have to make a charisma saving throw.
Spell DC. Alright. And which one's getting it?
I can choose 3 of them, so the 3 closest to Cotton and I.
Okay. So the one up against you is, let's see, charisma. The first one's a 12, so that fails. Let's see. And one on Cotton is a 10, so that is also a fail. And the one that's over there rolled a 2, so
Hell
that
yeah.
fails.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hooray! We love it when a spell works out.
Alrighty.
Alright, so they'll be subtracting d4s from their attack rolls and saving throws.
Alrighty, sounds good. And I'm guessing no movement or other actions?
Nope, I'm gonna stick right by Cotton.
Alrighty, sounds good. Alright, Winry, you're up.
Alrighty, well, we've got these two that are pretty close by. Let's see, which one was a little bit more hurt by Murad?
It's gonna be this one.
I'm getting you
That
a
one
laser
right there?
pointer.
Yep.
Alright, well, she is going to use Witch Bolt at first level. And that is a 22 to hit.
There we go.
That will hit.
Woo!
Alright, and 1d12 lightning damage.
Krakow!
Solid 5.
Solid 5, alrighty.
Remind me, are they vulnerable to electricity?
Let's see. As far as I remember, yes.
Does that add on any extra, or are you just going to stick with the 5?
Don't worry, I can assure you. It's not dead yet, but it's looking crispy. Fried fish.
They're thinking, why is it spicy?
Yeah. As you crack your staff down, as you reach out to it, it's just this connection of lightning. Yeah.
Zert.
Zippy zippy.
Alrighty. That's gonna be the end of your turn?
Yes, Wenry does not want to get any closer to these suckers.
Alrighty. Well, that unfortunate.
They're wanting to get closer to you,
She's not getting any closer, though.
but they're getting closer to you.
Yeah, probably should have taken a few steps back. Oh well.
Oh, yes, that's good.
Right now.
Yes, stand right there.
Oh no, you creepy!
Fireball.
Alcon sees his Roy under the shadows of the tree, just rubbing his hands together like hee 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 hee.
I'm about to cook.
Let him cook.
Well, I offered to be a distraction. It's working.
Yep.
But now the rest of us are distractions too.
Alrighty.
Alright, well, let's see what happens.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna start with Murab. Yep. You're getting an attack on you. That is going to be a 21.
That will hit.
How far away is he from me?
30... 50 feet?
Damn it. Never mind.
Yep.
Just a pinch too far.
Yeah, man, aren't these useful tools now, aren't they? Yep. Alrighty. Alright, and as to Winry, you're getting 2.
Oh boy.
First one is going to be an 8.
Does not hit.
And the other one is going to be 21.
Yep, okay, that hits.
The 21s are supposed to be on our side. I don't like this.
And Holly, as this other one goes over and picks up its spear, it's going to make an attack onto you.
It does have to make a wisdom save.
That is true.
Because Bane is not a
closer.
damaging spell.
Yep.
Oh, and also it's Bane. So let's see. First off, would have had a 12 for its, but let's see. Nope, it's still an 11.
So it will have to choose to attack something else.
No, it beats. It's 11.
Oh, yours is 11. Got it.
So there's its wisdom, and that's a 10 on Holly.
That's not gonna hit my armor class.
No.
Yeah. Alrighty. So starting with Miran, you're taking 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then as for those two over there, Henry, you are taking 6 points of piercing damage.
Ouchie!
Alrighty. And that will be the end of Group 1. Rolla, you are up.
I see that big group of people that are gathered up around. Is that Holly?
Holly and
Is that Holly over there?
Holly and Cotton.
Holly and Cotton.
We're about to get blown up.
Excellent. I'm just gonna saunter on over to the.
Just walk over.
Just get up right behind this hog and
Just like pop up behind him, tap his shoulder. Hello.
Well, hello there.
Do.
We've been trying to reach you about your wand's extended warranty.
Alright.
he's gonna tap one of the Sahagin on the shoulder. Can I get sort of a bit closer so that I'm like right between all of them?
Right.
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Excellent.
Cotton is watching you very confused.
Roll while behind these Sahagin is gonna go
Yeah.
to try and get the Sahagin's attention.
They all kind of like, after finishing their attacks, they all look back and see you.
You're old now! And I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom. I need all of them to make Constitution saving
And they have their
throws.
-4 from their rolls.
Yay.
Alrighty.
Oh, I love it when effects stack up like that.
This is again the
Okay,
fuck around
so
and find out
yours-
trio over here with all the bullshit they can pull.
Alrighty. What is the check again?
Old. It's a con save.
Okay. So, against your 13. So the first one is a 19.
-4.
Mm-hmm.
Or minus a d4.
19. 17?
Okay. On the floor.
Yeah, other one is a 15. And the last one.
They're all minusing the d4s, right? The 1d4s?
Yes. And the last one is a 5.
Ooh.
Right. Well, 3 of them succeed. The 5 obviously fails.
No, 2.
2 succeed, 1
It's
fails.
Two of them succeed? Yes. Well, they'll be taking 6 necrotic damage, or half if they succeed. And, let's see. Who's the most hurt out of both of you?
I'm at 19, and Holly, did you
I
actually
haven't
take
taken
damage
damage yet.
Winry has, but she's too far
Yeah,
away.
let's go with Cotton. Cotton, you can go ahead and roll a hit dice and regain that amount.
Thank you. Let's see, what are my hit die
Or I
again?
did. I only took a little bit though.
It is a d12. Sweet. This game hates me. 3. It's something.
That's better than 0.
And then I'm just gonna stand right there. Be like, well, that was my
Contribution.
contribution right there.
You don't have a conch,
Yes.
though.
Oh, Roloi. Are you
Yes.
using the Shard of Dunamancy for your for the spell?
Well, I don't have a staff anymore, so.
Yeah. I need you to roll me 2d20s.
Oh, shit!
no.
Let's go. This is gonna be flat 2 d20s.
Yeah, just 2 flat d20s.
Right on.
Can you-
Let me see.
You just roll the 20 twice before it can load, right?
First one's a 10. Second one's a natural 20.
Alrighty. So keep those in mind. I'll tell you what you're going to be doing with them later.
I'm
Oh
Concerned.
shit! Is this divination magic? Oh, if that's portent, I'm gonna cream.
Oh!
Alrighty.
Somebody get a
That's going to be
towel.
the end of.
That's it for me.
Alright. Now, Sahuagin Group 2.
one in front of me cannot move
As-
unless it wants to get hit by thunder damage.
That is fair.
That is, he's smart enough to know that.
Probably not. Hopefully not.
Alrighty. So
Oh boy.
I got 2 on Holly, 1 on Cotton, and 1 on Roll.
Holly still has Sanctuary.
That is true. Alright, so I'll deal with Holly first because that's going to
Yeah,
take the
so
longest.
Wisdom saves with a minus 1d4.
Okay. So that Wisdom save is 5, so they can't attack.
They have to attack something else or lose their turn. So if the closest thing to
Oh,
them is
I
their
guess-
buddy, guess who they're attacking?
Well, I guess they're losing their turn. Alright, next one is going to be 14.
After the d4? Yeah, it beats it.
Okay. I'm accounting for the d4. Alright.
Now it's the Bane for their attack rolls.
Yep. 14 to
Hits.
hit. Alright. Like, I'm rolling. Well.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just trying to keep a
Alright.
track of all the dice that has to be rolled now.
Alrighty. And that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage to
Gotcha.
you, Holly.
You took damage.
I forgot I had taken damage earlier, but it was like 3 points. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Alright. And next up is you, Cotton.
Sweet. So I'm surrounded by 3 of them or 2 of them? They're all blend in with the green, I'm sorry. I see some of the red, but...
There's 2 on Holly, 1 on you, 1 on Rolloy.
Gotcha, but I can't leave there. So I'm just gonna smack the same one in front of me again.
Yeah. No, I'm not done.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm not
So you
done.
said it was Cotton's
They're,
turn, I'm sorry.
they're attacking
No.
you.
Oh, that's your invite.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you, Cotton. Okay, sorry, I'm... The brain cell is working as best it can, man, but it's overheating.
Listen,
Alright,
it's Sunday.
14 to hit.
With the minus d4?
That was the
14
intent.
to hit? No, it misses.
Alright, well then they do not hit. Alright, next up is Rolloy.
Eh.
It's gonna be 18 to hit.
I'm going to use my Chronal Shift to make him roll again.
It's gonna be 14 to hit.
Damn it. That still hits.
You're a wizard.
Perhaps
Sorry.
a little less hard, though.
And you are taking 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Alrighty. And that will be the end. That's gonna be the end of group 2. Cotton, you are up.
Cool, so she's gonna keep her booming blade on this guy and smack it again. Alright.
Alrighty.
That's a natural 1.
Are you raging?
No, I'm not. Because if I don't wanna... Well, it's not... Okay, so Sanctuary isn't a... Sanctuary is not a concentration spell, so technically I could rage and she still keep it so long as she doesn't attack. I'm assuming, right?
That's how the spell works, I believe.
Okay, because then otherwise I'd rage and just take the advantage on the reckless attack.
Up to you.
So I'll roll an extra one just to see. And... Because that way then the 1 still counts, that just means I have advantage. So if it's still another 1, then it's a 1, right?
Yeah.
Reckless attack, I get advantage on the attack. That's all it is. But I have to be
Yeah,
raging.
And yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'll just roll 1 more time. Okay?
Okay.
24.
24. That will hit.
And she's swiping at him as hard as she can with those long claws, and it is gonna take 11 damage.
Ooh, pretty
Alrighty.
good.
This one is done for. Split that one open.
Yeah, so I have advantage on it. But attack rolls against me have advantage until my next turn. Okay.
Yep.
I'm learning, okay? I'm learning.
Yep. Alrighty. Is that all for Cotton?
Oh, actually, it takes 2 more, so it's 13 damage, because there's a +2 on the damage.
Well, they're dead,
Oh,
so.
okay, sorry, I was looking at my screen trying to make sure I read this correctly, okay. So, Yeah, so I'm still within range of another one, right?
Yes, next to Holly.
Can I get behind one to give her flanking if that's the case? Without leaving a space, is what I mean.
Without leaving threat.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I want to do.
Alrighty, there you go.
Alrighty, thank you. That's all I can do.
Alright.
So I haven't leveled up yet to the point of having 2 attacks yet. I'm still baby.
Oh yeah, we're all still baby.
Okay. Alright, we're on round. This is now top of the round, round 3. Mirad, you're up.
Yeah.
Holly, you're on deck.
Okie dokie. I am going to attack this one in front of me with the intention of activating green flame. So that's I'm gonna attack with Daydream. What the frick is up with this damn game?
It's not the game. It's D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, it's it was a 10 to hit.
Unfortunately, no. Nope.
And so I will do my second attack with my dagger. And that one is a 13 to hit.
Alright, that will hit.
Okay. So that will be 2 points of damage. And that will be my turn.
Alrighty. Holly, you're up. Winry, you're
All
on
right.
deck.
Mirad is within 60 feet of me, right? I believe so. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna smack you with a healing word.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And that's a bonus action,
4
right?
points of healing.
Healing
Yes.
spells? Yes.
And
Yep.
so now I'm gonna smack that Sahagin in front of me with my hand axes.
With your axes?
With my
Smackety
little
smack,
axes.
Alrighty.
So that's a 4 for the first one to hit. I'm assuming it misses.
Unfortunately, yes. Keep in mind, you can't use your bonus action for your for the extra light weapon attack because you cast
Oh, okay.
healing word.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. I know those rules.
Hey,
I'm
you're
getting
good.
really good at them. yeah. Alrighty. That's it. And Holly's turn. Winry, you are up.
Alright, well, let's see here. She is going to use Shocking Grasp on whichever one of those two is most hurt.
The one directly in front of you, I think.
Oh my god, that's a freaking 8! Never mind, she doesn't do anything.
Well, keep in mind, is your
Witch Bolt.
Witch Bolt still up?
Oh,
yes,
that's
my
right.
Witch Bolt is still up.
Alright, then you roll damage for the one that you have Witch Bolt on.
Oh, okay. That would be...
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, why do you do this to me? It's just 2 damage.
Worry not.
It's dead.
Yeah.
Alright, well, 1 down.
Remember,
They are crispy.
as Joe Cat said, who's doing more damage? The one doing nothing or one doing 1 point of damage? Who's doing more damage?
It's not gonna make a difference. Who's doing more damage?
Yep,
Alright,
exactly.
so with that, then that Witch Bolt ends. That Shocking Grasp didn't hit.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And I cannot disengage at this point, correct?
No.
That would
That is
be our
correct.
action.
Yeah, it takes an action to disengage unless you have certain capabilities.
Yeah, I guess that's about it that I can do right
Yep.
now.
You're gonna be fine.
Level 3, baby. Alrighty, it is Hooligan Group 1.
You keep wanting to say Sahanian so bad, don't you?
No.
Sounds like it to
So-
me.
It sounds like he's trying to say Sahagin.
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Not the mahogany.
Alright, so I got one on Mirad, one on Winry, and one on Holly.
Hooray!
And one of them has Bane, so I'll start with the one that's
Bane.
on Holly, which is the one with Bane. That's D4. It's gonna be 7.
Nah.
Alrighty. Let's go for Mirad next. That's gonna be an 8 to hit,
Does not hit.
which I'm assuming doesn't. And Winry, that is going to be an unnatural 20. So you're taking
God damn.
you're taking 7 points of piercing damage.
This hurts.
Yep.
Winry is at less than half.
Heard.
Alrighty. And that will be the end of their turn. Rolay, you are up.
Well, second verse, same as the first. There's even more Sahagin around me now. So let's go ahead and do just another...
Wither and Bloom.
Wither and Bloom. Con
All right.
saves all around.
Okay, so
You get a
One
con
that
save.
has-
You get a con save.
no, I have 2 that have Bane. So deal with the Bane ones first. That's going to be a 2, which fails. That's also going to be a 1, so that fails. And then
The one without Bane.
what's the radius on Wither and Bloom?
It is a 10-foot radius.
Around you.
Around me. Actually, no, not around me. Around the point I can
Oh,
choose
okay.
within range.
Yeah, it's a
which is 60 feet.
so.
Yeah, you can't get that last one over there, unfortunately.
But even if I...
Even if you move
wiggle-
it, you're not going to get all of them at once.
They're
geez.
just out of
Alright, well,
range.
then just the 3 around us will be fine.
Listen, 3
in that case,
Alright.
and...
3 out of 4 is a good grade.
Natural 20 on that last one.
That's... fuck you, actually. I'm going to use my second use of Chronal Shift. Roll again.
That's gonna be... It's gonna be a 4.
Take that nat 20 and toss it.
No! You don't get nice things, Mr. Sahuagin.
now you do damage.
Right. And also, you need to pick someone who gets healed from this as well. For the Bloom property. Is Cotton still
I'm
hurt?
22 out of 33. Holly, how are you doing?
Not so great. 13 and 24.
Let's go
Yeah.
for Holly this time, then. Holly, you can get a hit dice
Appreciate
regained.
that.
What's the damage again?
Sahuagin are going to be taking 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so they all fail. Alrighty.
You healed! Yay!
Da, 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 da. You did
I had
it!
to remember where everything was.
Who did it?
You're good.
Alrighty. Is that going to be the end of Rollo's turn?
It will.
Alrighty. Six around.
Ah! Is he leaving my area of threat? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Skirting.
Just turning around.
Skirt.
Fortunately, there's only 3 of them. The other one will take its attack on the next round, but for right now, these 3 are going to attempt to just affect Rolai, considering he's being the worst about it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Alright. So the first one is going to be a 22.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Next one, 21.
That'll also hit.
15.
Yep.
Do I shield for just
I
this
would
one?
shield, buddy.
Just for the fact that we don't want you dead.
Oh, let's go ahead and I'll cast shield. That'll bring me just above the threshold.
Alright, so 2 out of the 3.
And besides, you just got that cool little magic orb.
As you literally spread the shield out on that last hit after getting hit twice, you are taking 14 points of piercing damage.
Youch!
It didn't even matter. I am down.
Ah, shit.
A wizard.
That's what happens when you become the biggest threat. Alright. Rolai is down.
I wonder what happened with that effect with the time thingy.
That little magic marble.
Wild magic.
Alright. And that will be the end of Group 2. Cotton, you're up.
Cool. So there's, what, 2 in front of me or 3?
There's 4 around you.
Okay, so there's
4.
2 on either side. That's what I was just asking about.
Yeah.
Shit, okay. I can't leave their space, so she's just gonna have to attack it. Just a quick question. I can't cast leveled spells while raging, but does a cantrip also count?
You can't concentrate
can't
on spells.
That's what I'm saying. Booming
Yeah.
Blade is what I'm asking. It's just an automatic, like it goes with her swipe, is what I mean.
If it goes with your swipe, it goes with your swipe. Don't.
Okay.
Like, if it's not a concentration, it's not a concentration.
Alrighty. Cool. She's gonna try it again. 15?
15 to hit, that will hit.
Alright, and then... So that is actually 12 points of slashing damage. One directly in front of her. She's trying to get rid of these guys as fast as she can.
That one is dead.
But am I still within threat range of the other one? I can't tell with the tree. Okay.
Yes.
Alright. I can try to intimidate it, but I don't think it's gonna do anything.
Not for these guys. They have bigger numbers.
That's true. Alright. That's all I can do, unfortunately. My other thing only works if it's attacking me.
Alright. It is now top of the round.
The pen is gone.
Murad, you... Yep.
Yeah.
Murad, you're
Alright.
up. Holly, you're on deck.
I am going to... Let me see. Should I just try to get this guy? I don't know if I have enough movement to get into an advantage range with Winry.
You probably do not.
Because I have 40 feet of movement. Because of my feet that I have. I don't have 30. Not the traditional.
Actually, you would.
You would not get into flanking.
Okay, not deflaking. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. You get into range, but not flanking.
Roger Dodger. So that won't work there.
No, but he'd have to choose between hitting you or her.
Actually, I forgot about this with movement. Oh, goodness. I will try to do another attack with the daydream. Daydream just doesn't want to hit at all for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, it doesn't want to hit. Rolled a natural 1. It's a sucky blade. It just doesn't want to hit at all.
It's made to be pretty.
That's all it is.
I would temporal shift, but you know.
But I will attack my dagger, which keeps actually hitting. With the 23. And I will add. Let's see. Am I able to add the green flame blade if I have it activated?
I mean, it doesn't say it has to be a sword.
I don't know how exactly it works.
It is part of your attack action.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. But I don't know the... I'm sorry!
Read the spell!
I did! It says when it's an attack. But it also has one
okay,
action.
then it's an attack action, right? So
Yeah,
we're
green flame blade, you make a melee weapon attack as part of the casting of the spell.
Okay.
then it would be part of the attack, yeah?
Yes.
Then
when you cast it, you make the
Okay.
attack.
Yeah. And that's how it works.
Okay, so it adds another 3 points of fire to the creature.
So it's a total of 7.
Aaron, what did that pen do to you?
It keeps falling out of my hand.
And because I attacked it, I believe with my movement feature, I can actually move out of its range now. My mobile feat.
Yeah, you don't actually, you don't get the,
Attack of
you don't
opportunity.
aggro it, yeah.
You don't need to disengage.
Okay, so yeah, I leave its area and get closer to Winry.
You go, nah, 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 and run away.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Everyone, please imagine a very tall, 6'5" or something?
Oh no, he's
Genasi-
7'1".
Fire
7 foot.
Genasi. Okay, 7'1" man. Genasi just going neener, neener, neener as he runs away from a frickin' Salgan.
Alright. Why is the damage showing up as 0?
I don't know. I clicked the button and it keeps showing up at 0. But besides,
They look like D20s, but not the actual damage.
It's not even
dice.
loading on mine.
yeah,
It
it
might-
says like, it just says fire next to the little asterisk, bit of it.
Okay, but I need to know the
It's
damage.
3.
Yeah.
3.
I
okay.
thought I
What I
said
saw
that.
on
I'm pretty
the-
sure I did.
You did. I think it's
Okay.
D&D Beyond having a day.
Yeah, D&D Beyond's having a day.
Okay.
I'm actually going to refresh my page.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Yeah, refreshing doesn't fix it.
Alrighty. Alrighty, and that will be the end of Mirat's turn.
Yes.
Okay, Holly, you're up.
Okay.
Winry, you're on deck.
I would like to attempt something, but I don't know if this is going to work or not. So let's talk through it. Can Holly get down to the edge of that cliff? And if she does, will I catch both Winry and Rolloy within a 30-foot radius?
Are you trying to do healing prayer?
Yes.
Prayer of healing?
Prayer of healing is 10 minutes
Prayer of
long.
Healing is out of combat.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
10 minutes
fuck.
long.
I
Yeah,
keep
it's a-
forgetting
it's a-
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 10-minute cast. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
sentiment.
it's one of those things you have to tell players over and over again. That's a really great spell if you're
So
doing
then
it
never
during
mind.
downtime.
My backup plan is to run around Cotton. And I'm going to cast... If I can reach him, Cure Wounds on Rolloy.
Do you want to be in the middle or go around behind
Right
me?
there. If you go around behind her, it will
Attack of
instigate
opportunity.
attack
Yeah.
of opportunity.
Oh, okay, got it. So Sorry, the tree's a little hard for me to tell if
Yep.
it's within the square, 5 footage sometimes. That's all. The shadow's a little weird on my end.
Okay, so because of my circle of mortality, and with Rolloy being at 0 hit points, he will heal the full amount for this Cure Wounds, which I'm going to cast at 2nd level, so you get 2d8 plus 3. That's 19 points of healing at once.
So 19 points.
That is, I am back up
Yeah.
to full.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back!
You suddenly feel as if, like, you're watching the clock reverse ever so quickly through the seconds as he is completely almost healed over.
There it is. Oh, this must be why I'm indebted to you.
As she just smiles and says, "Good morning."
Morning? What's so good about it?
You're breathing, aren't
Alrighty, and that will be the end of Holly's.
There.
you? Yes, that's the end of
All
Holly's
right.
turn.
Holly,
Yes.
is that the end of your turn? Alright, it is now Winry's turn.
Alright. Well, I still got this nasty little thing right in front of me. Let's see here. Alright, I am going to use Winry's Shocking Grasp.
Do you want to move into... I don't know if you can gain advantage on a spell like that.
You
Get a +2 to the attack, right?
You gain a +2 when you make a melee attack. I think melee spell attack also works.
Okay.
Rules
If
kind
it doesn't
Yeah.
specify weapon, then it
Okay.
does work.
Yes,
Cool.
it is a touch spell, so.
Yeah, melee weapon.
So you can move, you can scoot
Alright.
over to get that advantage.
Alright, you get a +2. Let's see it.
Alright, so. As it can roll, okay, that's 7 plus 5, so +2 on top of that makes a 14.
Alright, that will hit. Let's see it.
Hooray! Alright, 1d8 shocking, and that lands solid on an 8.
Yay!
Alright, as you go and almost like these long electric draconic claws come up, and as you smack it near its thigh quarter, you literally just see as it rips through and nearly fries half of this thing wide open.
By the way, Wenry, when you do, you can actually move away because now it can't take a reaction till the start of its next turn. So you can step away if you need to.
Yeah, Winry probably will do that. So she has gouged this thing's thighs, and she's running towards that tree.
It didn't make an attack of opportunity
It
yet.
can't make an attack until the start of its next turn because she shocked it.
Shocking grasp, it's a part of its...
Yep, on a hit, the
Ability.
target takes 1d8 lightning damage and can't take reactions till the start of its next turn.
I've never experienced Shocking Grasp before. That's pretty
Shocking
cool.
Grasp, good
Yeah.
ass spell, and it gets advantage against targets wearing metal armor.
Yup.
So
While it may not
Yeah.
be wearing metal armor, it is wet.
It is
Yep.
a fish.
Moist.
Alright.
Yep. No, north.
Towards the
rest of
tree.
party.
go north.
Towards the tree bridge, I should have specified.
Alright. You get about there.
And Winry is happy to have a little bit more breathing room.
Happy to help.
Yeah. Alright, and let's see. And Winry's turn?
That is the end of Winry's turn.
Alright, it is Hooligan's turn.
Oh no.
Can't make it till the next turn.
What, you mean that thing can't pole vault?
And, yeah. Until its next turn when it has more movement. That leading up to this one on Mirod.
Mhm.
And I believe the one that was already there is already dead.
So it's just these two?
Let's see. Okay. Mirod. That's a natural 20.
Up.
Ouchie.
You're taking 10 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Alrighty. And with that, that is going to be the end of Sahugin's turn. Roy, you are on the ground.
But he can cast from the
I'm
ground.
gonna push myself back to my feet. I can, but I don't want to. Not right now, anyway. Alrighty, yep. I see that one that is, like, running away, running to the east.
Yep.
Yeah, none of that. I'm going to firebolt.
Keep in mind, you have 2 creatures standing in front of you. It is with disadvantage, so you would have to move away, but that invokes opportunity attack. So
Right, I'll do the
take your
first
choice.
thing then. I will do the first thing that I'm going to do on this turn then. I am going to... I am going to spend 2 sorcery points to quick cast a sleep spell. It's going to catch myself and the remaining Sahuagin around me.
You can choose not to have it affect you.
I don't believe I can.
What do you mean?
Starting with the creature that has the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell. Wait a minute. Creatures within 20 feet, you choose.
Yeah, you're not getting affected by your own
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah.
Well,
On top of that, you're at full health points, remember?
Yeah, damn.
Well, damn.
God
well
damn.
then, yes, it's just going to be the Sahuagin then. Starting with the creature that has the lowest hit points, I roll 5d8.
Time for their government-issued nap time.
Is it?
I said I roll 5d8. You know what? I'll just do it
starting
like
with
this.
the lowest.
Unless it doesn't want to.
I don't think it wants to roll.
Roll it.
Not my.
Roll it.
5.
Okay. Oh, we're adding. Got it.
3, so 8. Another 3, so 11. Another 3.
14?
14.
Another 3.
And another 3. So 15.
14. 17.
You mean 17.
17.
17?
Yep, 17.
17, yes.
It's okay, numbers are hard.
Hey.
So starting with the Sahuagin with the lowest hit points.
Alright, so that would put Soren Sleep and
Oh, he laid down. Perfect. Oh, hey.
Well, if they can
that's what I
listen,
like
if
to
they
see.
can sleep standing, that's pretty damn impressive.
It's
Yeah.
bedtime.
I gotta knock him over on purpose. Alright.
Now I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quick. Oh wait, no, I already quickened it.
Yeah, you can't do it twice in the same row.
I already quickened the sleep. I already. It wouldn't really even do anything anyway. So yes, firebolt on the little bitch running away.
Alright.
Natural 20.
Thankfully, I guess for him, spells can't crit, but
Get him, get him, get him.
Unless specified.
That is going to be a lot of 3s this time. That's going to be
Hey.
another 3.
listen, we already found out the hard way in Vale that if spells would crit, we'd all die.
Yeah.
So,
Found that out.
so let's just say it's good that it
It's-
doesn't.
It was a great experiment.
Alrighty, as you launch, you just poof right over the head.
And then I'm just gonna step over this now sleeping Sahuagins, and I'm going to give chase
You're still
slowly. Wait, no, where are you
You're gonna-
going?
There is still one.
You're still gonna get hit. Yeah.
Oh, there is one. There is one, okay. Then I will remain put.
Alright, put you remained. Alright, and it is now Group 2. Unfortunately...
They're asleep.
Yeah. Fortunately, a majority of them are asleep except for one. And that is going to be... Oof.
Okay.
Saw you get up, so...
He's like, no, not the powerful one.
Alrighty, and that is going to be a 19 to hit?
Me?
No, on
Oh,
Cotton.
yeah, and now they're gonna have to make another, strength save.
Fool.
Does it happen every time,
I
or
can
is
choose.
it...
It's every time I get hit. When you take damage from a creature within 10 feet of you, you can take the reaction to basically force push it off the cliff.
It's your
It's a
reaction.
reaction, yes.
Okay. Alright, well, either which way, you are taking 7 points of piercing damage. And they are... It's gonna be a 19 for their
Of
strength
course.
save.
Well, he's still taking half damage. So 4 points of force damage. Hey, damage is damage.
Yep, damage is damage.
Yep. Alrighty. And with that, that will be the end of Group 2. Cotton, you are
Reckless
up.
attacking this bitch.
Go
So that's 10. Why is it oh, it didn't get rid of the old one, so that's just 10. Ignore that. Oh my god, I rolled 2 5s, so both 10s. Well, that ain't gonna work.
Well. Alright, yep, that misses.
Well, since his friends are down and she's the only one and she's raging, can she try to intimidate it?
Just like get in its face and roar.
Yeah?
You can
I
certainly
want to
try.
see if it works. No, it's a third 5. Holy shit!
Yell at this
Nope.
bitch.
No.
All right, so
No fear.
So
The
Blue,
dice
we need
just
to.
bounced backwards and landed back on the 5.
All right, Blue, we need to do a whole cleansing ritual
No,
at this point.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, here we fucking
It is
go.
what it is.
Alright, it is now top of the round.
Yeah.
Yep. I do not assume you're doing anything
I mean,
else.
she can get behind it to flank it. Just to give her friends at least some advantage here.
Yep. Alright. That's it. Murad, you're up. Holly, you're on deck.
Is the how's the one looking in front of me? How hurt does it look?
Not good.
Not good. Alrighty. Nah, I don't think I have any other bonus abilities. Nah, I don't. Oh well. I am going to try my best to attack with Daydream again. It does not
can
want
do
to
it.
attack. I think, Aaron, you gave me a cursed item that just always lands on 5s, because
I didn't give you
So that's
shit.
4 5s in a row in this game
that's
already.
4 or 5s with just this blade.
Just roll again. Just roll it again. Roll it again.
The dagger hits.
I mean, that's both the same hit chance.
Roll it again.
you.
Roll it again. I want to see.
Roll the daydream again. Yeah.
An 8.
Does your
Try
blade
again.
is your
No
blade cursed?
fucking way. There's no fucking way. Roll
I
it again.
rolled it again, and now it's an 18. But
But it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. I missed.
Like, at least the next 3 times until the 18 popped up.
All right, show me the damage for the dagger. I'm so fucking weirded out by your cursed dice today.
No,
you
it's not
guys.
us. Just
Stay the hell away from me.
so that's 4 points plus 3 of fire damage.
Okay. Alright.
And I will.
Maybe get sneak attack as well.
Oh no.
There we go.
Or wait, no, you're not a swashbuckler.
Nope, I'm not a
never mind.
Swiss speaker.
I'm used to the other one. The
Jake,
other
we
game.
miss you.
Here I go now.
Another
Love you,
timeline.
Jade.
Alright, and that one's dead.
And I'm gonna run towards the other guy.
The one that's running away from you?
Yep. And I have 40 feet of movement.
Get you about
Yo.
that far.
He's not gonna outrun me. He's
Alrighty. And that's the end of Mirad's turn. Holly, you're up, and we were
Okay.
on deck.
Roger that.
So, I'm going to healing word at 2nd level on Murad. Because you're looking real hurt.
yeah, I'm at 5 HP.
I know, I'm seeing you over there. You can go ahead and take 11.
Hell yeah.
That healing damage.
Get you back up to snuff.
Yeah. Back up to snuff.
And that's a bonus action, so I still got an action. How hurt...
You can still attack the one.
Well, hold on 1 second. How hurt is the one that's in front of Cotton, and how hurt is the one that Murad is going after?
The one that Mirad's going after is pretty healthy. The ones that are next to you are
Okay,
almost out.
So the one that's in front of Cotton, I'm going to channel divinity, and I'm going to path to the grave. So now that creature is cursed,
Oh, shit.
and it has vulnerability to every attack that comes at it next turn.
Ooh.
It has,
Okay.
I believe... It's vulnerable to the next
Yeah.
damage source that it takes.
Yep. Double damage, baby.
In our Frostmaiden game, this was the most clutch ability.
I love this ability. I just look at him and I say, I want you to die.
All right,
die for
Winry.
me.
Please and thank you.
And you almost
Please
like a
die.
small ring of what you can see is this blackened aura that almost takes shape of small ravens. Yeah. All right. Winry, you are up.
All right. Well, judging by from what I can see of line of sight, I might want to move 2 spaces down, 2 spaces south. Excuse me. There we go. And about how far away is that one that Mirad is chasing?
It's quite a bit of distance.
It is quite far, but you know, I do have some pretty ranged spells.
Puts it at about 65-ish
Oh,
feet.
perfect! Winry is going to launch Firebolt, a 120-foot range spell.
Who?
Yeah.
And that lands at a solid
across the map.
18.
There it is.
That will hit.
Barking, I'm so excited.
Bork bork. Wolf bark.
Alright, let's see here. And then I've got a special little thing here. I'm trying to remember what it was. Metamagic Transmuted Spell. When you cast a spell that deals a type of damage from the following list, you can spend 1 sorcery point to change that damage to another type. So, I'm going to spend 1 of them little sorcery points.
You making it
And
lightning?
I'm making it lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Hey, that's smart.
Noise. Very
Noise.
noise.
Alright, and so it is going to be, not much, only 4 lightning, but
So times 2.
8.
Times
That's
2.
pretty good,
Vulnerable.
because it's vulnerable.
Noise.
As you unleash from your hand a streak of lightning as it hits the side, you can see as it leaves behind those long, scarring electrical marks before it reaches out and they...
Darn, I was hoping to trip him up.
There's still...
Crack. Krakow.
Yeah. Krakatoa. Alrighty.
Well, that probably leaves everybody just stunned by a thundercrack or something.
I'm raging.
Yep.
I'm pissed at the one in front of me.
Alrighty, and that's gonna be the turn for Winry?
That is going to be it, since I cannot cast 2 spells in the same turn, and I can't possibly reach anybody else.
Roger, Dodger.
And let's see. That leaves that guy.
All this for the cloudy chicken. Oh no.
I'm guessing he's the one with
Is
the
he
key.
gonna try and kill
No,
this
take
I'm
thing?
guessing he's the one with the key.
What? Oh.
He's gonna fly away. He's gonna fly away in the cloudy chicken.
Not if I have anything to fucking say about it.
Just whatever you do, don't kill the damn cloudy chicken.
I'm not gonna.
Cox,
Alright.
this rock I found.
It is now considered mounted, and that's all of its turn. Alright, that will end its turn. Roy, you are up.
Alrighty. That's
Sir,
cute.
the floor is yours.
I raise up my funny ticking rock magic missile.
Yeah?
All 3 of those darts are going at the one that just mounted that hippogriff.
Okay, see the damage.
Get hacked, bugger.
Yeah, you do have line of sight. That's good.
Yep. Here we go. First dart is 5 damage.
Okay.
Second dart is 5 damage.
That.
Last dart is 3 damage, so 13 damage in total.
Alright, as you unleash multiple magic missiles as they come out of the small rock and they spread out and then all come around and then smack each point in the head, and this thing's just pelted with magic missiles before it slumps on this hippogriff as it falls off.
Well done, Roloy.
I blow the smoke off of my funny ticking rock.
Whoosh.
Little magical dust goes.
Alrighty.
Yes. So, this one. Could I maneuver myself so that I'm flanking with
Cotton.
Cotton?
Yeah, you're within range.
Yep. I'm just gonna kick him
Alrighty.
in the shins a little. Yeah.
You're losing your shins
Alrighty.
capability.
Get flanked.
Okay, it
That'll be
is
me.
now
That's my turn.
group 2.
Is there a group 2?
Well, a majority of
taking
them
a break.
are asleep.
They're having a little snooze.
Yeah. Majority of them are asleep right now. Okay. One is... going to action disengage.
Mother trucker.
What?
Jerk.
Get back here!
Oh no, that's fine.
Get your ass back here!
Alright, and that will end that turn. Cotton,
Cool.
you're up.
She's gonna go all the way over that way. On the edge. She's waiting for him.
Stand in front of this fucking bird.
6.
You will not pass.
Cartoonishly skidding
Alright.
to a stop in
Because
front
even
of
if it lands in any of those spots around her and then moves to the chicken, it has to leave her area. So he's gonna get
I love that
smacked.
we're all calling it a chicken now.
It doesn't... It's not trying to
Alright,
go after the hippogriff. It's trying to escape.
Well, that's as far as I can go anyway, so.
Yeah. Alrighty. That will be the end of Cotton's turn. It is now Murad.
Alright.
Holly, you're on deck.
I would like to go to the tree bridge.
Six. Alright.
Can I see it?
You can see it as it's kind of just like diving, upping.
Okay.
It's currently going down the river.
I am going to...
Don't dive in the river. I got a plan for that.
Oh no, I wouldn't. Let's see. I am going to cast my little tentacle of the depths in that little water bucket in its way as my bonus action. And just right in its path and smack it.
Gonna 3D print an actual. I'm gonna 3D print an actual tentacle at some point.
It has it has a 10-foot long reach. As a heads up.
Alrighty.
So let me see. Where's that little button that I hit? Okay, I hit this button. Man, these 9s fucking love me.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, and then for my actual action, I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
21.
And that was 21.
That will hit.
And that is a 1 force damage. 1 point of force damage.
Okay. 3. Alrighty. Still up and still kicking.
Well,
Alright.
if the spell people don't take him out, she is actually probably going to jump down at it.
Alright.
Well,
Holly,
Wenry
you
is sure gonna try.
are... Alright, Holly, you're up. And Winry, you're on deck.
Speaking of Winry, you're getting a healing word.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
If it rolls. If it ever rolls. Are you gonna roll? Come on. There you go.
Oh, I see it. It's working.
There
That's
you
a
go.
nice
So it'll
little
top
try.
up.
Thank you.
These two are down sleeping. I'm gonna head towards the hippogriff. See how close I can get. Alright.
Right about there.
I'll stick there for now.
Alrighty. Winry, you're up.
Alright, well, let's see here. I believe that she will be, let's see, he's pretty far away, so I guess this might be another firebolt transmuted to a thunderbolt.
Thunder or lightning?
Lightning.
Okay.
Again, it has a range of 120 feet, but we want to try to
It's
try to
line of
get
sight.
sight. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Alrighty, and hit. Oh, damn it! That was a 9.
The
Fortunately,
9s
no.
and
Just
5s
barely
have it
missed it.
today.
All right, well, I guess I'm saving my sorcery point then.
Alrighty. And that will be the end of Winry's turn.
She's probably
Alright.
just gonna curse out loud. Gonna be honest. She's like, God damn it!
Alright, Rolly. Rolly, you are up.
Fuck this dude. Magic missiles again.
Stop diving, you fucker.
Alrighty.
Fuck this guy. I'm gonna use my last spell slot for this. Here I go. First bolt is 4 points of force damage.
That will kill it, actually.
Oh, well then he'll just fucking mangle
Well,
it then.
remember we do have some prone Sahalgan right next to you.
I don't think we should just leave them alone.
Sure. You sure?
I think we should just leave it. Just tuck them in. Tuck them
You're
in.
gonna waste 2 bolts of magic missile.
See, if I hit them, they'll wake up. And I don't know how
I
many
love
hit
that this
points
is
they
technically
have.
you shouting across at each other.
Probably not much.
So we could either be done, or we could purposefully
you
wake
could-
them up.
You could end up killing one. They're not a lot of hit points.
Well, they're also asleep,
Yeah, you put them to sleep.
Yeah.
so we could just have Cotton coup de grace them.
We can put them
It'll
in the
be
forever
easy.
bed later.
Yeah, you try explaining that to a beast-triggered raged cotton.
Explain, kill these guys?
No, explain telling her to let
Hey,
them
Cotton,
sleep.
Kill these guys!
Alrighty, so you guys are in combat?
I believe so.
Up to you guys.
I mean,
Wenry doesn't want this threat to continue.
I'm letting them sleep. You guys do whatever you want. I have no horses in this race, but there is one hippogriff.
Well, then I suppose our first objective should be to contain the hippogriff and calm it down, because I imagine it's probably freaking out a little bit.
Alright. So, with that being said... Okay. So, as you guys, after putting to sleep a couple of those hooligans, and we'll be interacting with the hippogriff in just a moment. But before we do that, we're gonna take another quick break because I gotta eat something.
Alrighty.
Our more regularly
so-
scheduled break.
Yeah. So we'll be right back. See you all in 10 minutes.
Woo!
Bye-bye.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. How you
Welcome
doing?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Everyone's howdy again. Everyone's feeling good. All
Yeah.
good.
We're feeling something.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So with that, let us jump back into sesh. Before we do, Cotton.
Heh.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
It's even here. Alright, let's go. Roll me that next 5. It rolled a fucking 5.
Look at that! Calling your shots.
How?
Cursed.
Look, I tossed it, like, from a different way so it would roll clear across the board.
Roll on D&D Beyond. Your guys' dice. I'm being nice about it.
It's okay. So I take the 5. It's
Okay.
fine. I
I'll-
just find it funny.
What's the final result on that one?
It's
The-
technically a 6.
Okay, it's fine.
So 6, and then the 13 is on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
It's just, I called it and it went, alright, bet.
This time there is a different feeling. As you go and turn towards the hippogriff, you again feel that hunger. Almost like a beast. And I need you to roll intimidation.
Alright, that's a -1. Wow. Intimidation, right?
Yep.
2. Technically 1, because it's a -1.
Because sometimes.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
And again.
Thank you. There is a moment of trying to scare this large beast. Instead, yourself, you are witness to a creature that is just far too glorious and far too proud to be intimidated by the likes of you.
Of course.
And you snap out of it.
Yeah, just holding the head again. Just, She just sits down. She needs 5.
Alright.
Good work, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing alright?
Roy is much more gray than black now at this point, as he's sort of looking a little crickety, looking a little wrinkled. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be fine. Give me like 8 hours. I'll be all right. Time magic. It's got a real kick to it.
Uh-huh.
Let's hope that you don't use it so much that you'd go down for good.
Like I said, that's not how I die.
Just gonna poof into dust? Blow off in the wind?
No. Only fools who are not masters over their particular school of magic let them overtake them like that. Time magic is just... well, it's... volatile.
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey kind of stuff.
The fabric of time does not like to be stretched in the ways that I do it.
I think a bit of your beard has fallen off.
Well, that'll grow back.
I'm wondering if you looked down.
He believes you.
Damn it!
As the small little kobold ranger comes up and inspects their guardian, you can see as it looks down and it bends its long neck. You can see after a little bit of scritching, you see as it jumps up onto its back, and as it almost like not in any saddle, but like kind of still holding on, looks at all of you. Now go to dive. He speaks towards Winry and Cotton.
Sure.
Okay, we'll make sure that we get there.
As you can see its little legs kind of kick towards the neck before it runs and takes flight, and it points in a direction which will guide you to the next section of your adventure.
Uh-huh.
I suppose we'll move onward when you're feeling up to it, Cotton.
There you go, I'll be right behind you.
By the way, do we want to just leave these two laying here?
Yeah.
Just...
What's the harm?
Alright.
I mean, we don't want them warning the others that we are on our way.
Then let's kill him.
Alright.
Okay. I'd be okay with that. So don't worry, I can... Mirad will take his dagger and just go across the throats with both of them.
Yes, I will leave
Alright.
that to you, Captain Mirad.
I believe if they are unconscious...
You have advantage, and I think it's technically crit.
If it hits, it's auto crit. So go ahead and roll me your attacks with advantage, and then assuming they will hit.
Okay. Let me see. Where is that button? Trying to roll with my 2 daggers with advantage. 1 second.
I don't think there is a button for that in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, you can just roll it twice, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Where's that button? Why is it not showing up? It's
Here.
showing the bonus action one, but oh well. Just roll it twice. What the fuck?
Wow.
Like, I should be able to just kill these guys, honestly.
Dude,
They're
it
just
is
laying
cursed.
down.
I just rolled the same things.
2. 18. Okay. That's at least for one of them.
Alright, just roll me your damage and tell me how much you're doing.
Jesus.
That's silly.
Oh my god. Something happened to where frickin' D&D Beyond just does not like us at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for the first one,
18 and 14, so that will kill both of them.
okay. Like, dear God.
Watching you miss, like, dude, if they get up and hit you, you deserve it at this point.
I know, right? Like,
Understand.
I should be
You have
able
to work
to
yourself.
fucking-
You have to work yourself up to coup de grace a dying creature.
Oh, God.
This man should have
Alrighty.
should have definitely the spine to be able to kill people in their sleep as a rogue.
Alright, so after
That's the spirit.
successfully saving the Kobold's Guardian, you will head further into the jungle space as the day continues. And slowly following a kind of circling hippogriff with the kobold on its back. Got some time among yourselves to have a open discussion.
Cotton's just keeping up the back for the time being, just holding her head, because it's just the exhaustion and everything that hits all at once.
Winry
Gonna
is
keep up.
Winry is probably trying to push forward ahead. Just like, okay, let's just keep moving.
Yeah, Mirad is staying near the back with Cotton.
She just keeps shushing you. I'm fine. Go.
Nah, I'm your captain.
I will
Supposed
throw
to
you.
worry. If you can catch me, sure.
Ugh, tired.
Not worth the effort.
During this downtime, you guys are welcome to a short rest, by the way.
Oh,
Cool.
thank God.
Thank goodness.
How much do I need?
Hey, I actually got 12 points back.
So I get 5 points back. And I've taken a short rest. Hell yeah. I get all my warlock spells back.
I will use my arcane recovery to also recover some spell slots.
Hells yeah.
I only used one spell slot, so I am not worried about that.
Oh man, I have to keep remembering if I'm raging, I have resistance to bludgeoning and piercing and slashing.
Oops.
Oh yeah, that's one of the big things about barbarians.
Listen, my first time. I'll remember. I'll remember eventually.
Alright. So, as you guys continue to travel, you following the ranger as going through some of the thick of the wood and finding yourselves quickly reaching towards the beginning of the twilight hours. You notice that there is a giant mouth of a cave that enters deep underground as this large hippogriff with the kobold on its back comes down, and they begin to dictate that more will come to assist later.
To assist us?
Yes.
Okay.
5.
Cool.
4, 5, 6, 5. 5.
You did your best.
Good for him. He learned to count.
Alright, then we will expect reinforcements later. But for now, I suppose we should get going and get diving before the water-breathing spell
Before your
wears
potion
off.
runs out,
Yeah.
yes.
Is there a twig nearby that I can find?
Sure. Like, you go and
Excellent.
snap a twig out of a bush.
Right, I'm gonna grab a twig. I'm just gonna incinerate that bitch with my firebolt. Before we go in, I think it is time for me to summon an old friend of mine.
Ooh.
And I'm going to sit down. I'm going to put out this now piece of charcoal that I've just made. I'm going to set down the herbs and the incense, and I am going to begin to ritual cast Find Familiar.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Alright, and what does the form of the creature take?
The form the creature takes is an octopus.
Very nice.
Alright, as a small ring of black smoke fills the air, and as this ring just spreads out, just beyond the ring rises this small spectral little octopus that just kind of floats there and kind of just waves its tentacles as if to simulate swimming in the air.
Almost like a
Katamari.
jellyfish.
Yeah, it's sort of like a dark teal to vibrant blue in color. And its eyes are the exact same hue as Reloy's. Sort of that amethyst color. They look quite similar as well, with their horizontal pupils.
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yes, say hello to Mobius, everybody.
So not lunch. Got it.
No.
Oh, no.
Henry jabs her
no,
elbow into,
I think he would just...
into Mirad's knee.
I'm not even sure it would work. I think he would just poof away into fey dust.
Gotcha. I don't understand much of this magic stuff, so.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Maybe next time I can help you guys enjoy some Katamari. But pleasure to meet you. What's his name again?
Mobius.
Mobius.
As you go and extend a hand, the little tendril just goes
Sounds like wet cheese.
Mira just does give quite a chuckle.
And as you pull back, it goes.
He's a little
Understandable.
cutie.
The little cutie has like one of the other like tendrils just like wrap around the face.
Yes, I know. Right. Well, seeing as we're going underwater, Mobius here, I think, will be very useful.
I'd say so.
Alrighty.
Well, let's get to it then.
As you guys enter in the cave, as spend about 30 or so minutes just kind of going in and like avoiding a lot of the sharpened rocks as you hear the faint sounds of waves pulling in and out, ebbing and flowing. As you descend further down and as you reach the bottom, there is this bioluminescent glow that comes from this cave. As you see, there is this massive lake that kind of fills the entirety of the basin before it leads behind a massive waterfall out towards behind it. And you can see, let's see, who has? I don't think anybody has survival.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, not yet. Yeah, level 3,
Yeah.
baby.
As you can take note and see that it's kind of a beautiful visage as far as you can tell. Yeah.
Well, this is darn pretty.
Very pretty. It's a nice change from what we dealt with back there.
Just gotta make sure that we don't run into any of the locals
Again.
At least none of the hostile ones.
Oh, yes, not the rude ones. If there is some experience with hidden places, we could try to check out the waterfall.
They did say it was probably underwater.
It was flooded, right?
Yep.
Well, it seems like we're gonna have to swim. And
Yep.
and Wenry,
Is
with a heavy sigh, takes off her cape and immediately folds it off to the side.
Is it Merritt's gonna take a look if it's possible over the water? If they're close enough. And
Make
if
a
there's
perception
no
check.
other dangers. Perception.
Disgrace.
Look on the sky.
17.
There we go.
Okay. As you look around, and especially with your dark vision, even with the assistance of the bioluminescence making this cave kind of lightly obscured, as you look out and kind of get a general scope, you notice that there is, at first, what you could perceive as like this moving shadow just beyond your purview. Almost as if something pops up and then comes back down.
It would be guarded.
Something's in there. Probably guards doing patrol.
Well, do we just sit here and wait, or do we do something about it then, Captain?
Stand back.
Well, there you go.
I am going to use the ability of Find Familiar. Roloi is going to sit down. He's going to grab... who's closest?
If you were standing towards the back, it'd be Murad and Cotton. If you're standing towards the front, it'd be Holly
Well, I
and
walked
Winry.
up to see the water.
Well then,
so.
Cotton's still standing back anyway.
Alright. Roloi is going to grab a paw
He's going to say, "Don't let go of me."
And he's going to his eyes are going to sort of frost over with a sort of cataract effect.
Yeah.
And Mobius's eyes will begin glowing. And I'm going to send him further in to investigate.
Alright, as Mobius... And as he's just, like, kind of wiggling his way into the water before the first splash of it comes up and over and drags him further into the lake. As he goes down and he sees the immediate magnificence of the coral wildlife that makes the entirety of this lake. As begins to swim further in, though, noticing where the waterfall will be is kind of where this strange gate once was and has long since been pulled off and torn. But more obviously, as it goes down further to get closer to a better view, there is suddenly almost as if a change of light overhead.
Uh-oh.
And then looking up, it's still kind of light on top, but you can't really tell. Have Mobius make a perception check.
Perception. All right.
Not great. 5.
5. As the shadow moves over, another moment passes, and as Mobius is kind of just like, you kind of get a full view, and then as it looks to one of its general directions, what's the AC of Mobius?
12.
12. Excuse me? It rolled a natural 20, so I think it's hitting.
I see.
And
Oh dear.
in its last moments, in its very short existence, a massive maw of this long neck creature with its with wide fins on the side come clamping down on it, and
It's either a shark or Nessie.
Well, it had fins on the side.
Yes.
yeah.
Nessie has fins?
I mean, I'm talking about sharks. Sharks,
Also-
their fins are harder to. Yeah, I'm thinking like frills, big frill.
That's going to be, in total, 26 points of piercing damage.
Mobius is very dead.
Yeah, just
Eat it.
wham, poof, and gone.
Oh,
Something wrong?
well. I'm going to need to see if I can visit that Kobold again.
What happened?
Unfortunately, our friend and confidant, Mobius, met a tragic end at the jaws of,
Something?
I think a shark, or maybe some sort of monster.
Unfortunate.
So that's waiting for us down there.
It wouldn't be that easy now, would it?
I mean, of course not, but
Can I have Wenry inspect this water? I don't know if she'd be able to see something different.
I wouldn't suggest you go in.
Oh, she's not going to go in. She's just going to look.
As you get down to the water, you kind of take a look. Clearly, you can tell, especially along the short coastline that makes up a majority of the entrance to this cave, there are various creatures that have long since passed and probably was acting as a food source to something much bigger.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think we want to go
And
swimming.
looking into the water, this is probably its hunting ground.
Alright, well, I don't think we want to go swimming just yet.
Well,
Is that the entrance that we need to go through, though?
I believe it might be. He was indicating this direction, and I don't see anything else down here.
I mean, like, well, I assume the doors were mentioned, so the doors being ripped open, so I think that's our pathway,
yep.
our flooded pathway in.
I would highly doubt we can swim faster than this thing.
I wonder.
Would Wenry be able to
Wait, what?
stick her
Oh.
hands in the water and, use some electricity?
I wouldn't.
So the way
I'm asking if it's
that
possible.
the way that electricity works is that it, especially with water, is that there is a limited range of conductivity to it. You cannot make this entire lake
Oh, of course.
conductive to electricity. There is probably about a limited range to how far that goes out. But it's not in its immediate. It would be within like the immediate area of you. And that's
how
about
electric.
it. Yeah.
That's how electric eels do their thing. It's a disperse at a certain range.
Well, if we want to see what this thing is, Cotton's just said fuck it, and she'll actually claw her paw pad a little bit and just blood in the water. Let's go. Let's see if it's gonna come find it.
Wenry is going
If
to
it's a
take,
shark,
Wenry
it'll
is
find
going
it.
to take a little step back.
All right. As there is some blood in the water.
She's not standing in the water. She's just trying to see if it'll come closer, so we can see exactly what we're dealing with.
As you take a step back, and you see with a certain level of speed, as the shadow gets closer, and you can swear you see as the waves would usually swell, there's an actual swelling of the water as if something's quickly making its way.
Here it
Oh
comes.
boy.
And she'll kick a rock in the water to give it like a little like splashing feel, like something's hurt and panicking.
As it rushes towards, and somewhere about 20 to 30 feet out, where you were blood and the stones were kind of being kicked around, as a massive head comes out with a long neck reaching somewhere around 20 to 30 feet. As it jumps out of the water, you see what is this massive ovate body with 4 fins coming out from the side and then splashing back in, hoping it would have caught whatever it was hunting.
Is this a dinosaur?
Technically, no.
It's
Winry,
Nessie.
make a arc. Actually, no.
Ooh.
High enough.
Hey!
You've seen this creature before on your island once. This is known as a plesiosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
Actually, technically, no, it's not a dinosaur. It's just an aquatic lizard, but you're close.
I trust her.
Give it up for the player that truly does love dinosaurs.
Give it up to the player that actually has taken classes in paleontology. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, well, yeah, that's, that is a plesiosaur. We don't want to get in the water with it.
Nope. But now we know what it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, how do we want to handle it? Do we want to try to lure it out of the water? Or do we want to try to take any fights to it?
Can it get out of the water?
Oh, it can. It's...
What if we feed it?
Feed it what?
We already fed it. We can talk to it.
Well, technically you said it had no substance.
We fed it
It's
a
not
cloud of
lunch.
dust, Roloy.
That's true.
It's probably very
We can see if
unsatisfied.
we can see if there's anything around here that we can hunt, and if we feed it, perhaps it will have had enough and will leave us alone. It's a good way to avoid a fight.
If I could think of anything, I think the hippogriff was supposed to be its lunch.
What?
I see.
Just a guess. It is called chicken, after all.
It's not.
Cloudy chicken.
It's not a bad guess.
I don't know. I'm just thinking food.
I mean, there are a couple of Sahagin bodies back there.
That is true.
We want to go all the way
Maybe
back there?
we don't need to.
That's true.
Would you like to get in the water?
No. Listen, these aren't.
Oh,
These aren't.
I
This one
can
isn't like the
see.
plesiosaurs back home, okay?
Not as nice.
No. The ones back home have been since domesticated.
Domesticated.
Yes, we have a lot of time on my island.
Well,
I
if
can see
anybody
it.
wants to start carrying bodies,
All right,
I can help out.
Cotton, I know you're strong enough. Cat and Mirad, I know you are. Do we just want to watch this thing so it doesn't go anywhere while we wait for you guys to come back?
I can certainly watch.
Sure.
I'm sure you would want to keep an eye on the creature that murdered your friend.
Alright.
It's just natural selection at work.
All right, so that's how.
And that
so
thing's about
sounds
to be
like a plan.
naturally selected.
I suppose
Perhaps.
so.
Say what?
I suppose it is. All right. Well, I suppose we'll leave it to you guys to go fetch the bait. I guess, unless there's something else nearby.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go jaunt.
Yep.
40 feet of movement. I'm gonna run.
Thankfully,
Alright.
we already made a path.
As you two spend the next several hours going back to go pick up Sahugans.
Ugh.
Which unfortunately means that the swimming thing, the water breathing, is worn off, and we didn't even get to use it. All that for nothing.
How many hours has it been?
Let's see. I spent a couple hours in the village and spent another hour on the way down.
Well, we took the breathing thingy
We took
as we
it-
You
left.
guys have about 2 hours left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys got about 2 hours left. That's with them coming back. But before they get back...
Wow, that's all we need.
Yeah. Before they do get back, Mirad and Cotton, you were spending a great deal of time talking to each other.
I mean, if Cotton wants to talk to me, Cotton seems very
She's not.
uninterested in talking with me.
She was just tired, and she didn't want to answer questions about what happened.
Just was making sure you're all right. I have to do that. I'm your captain.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna ask those questions, whether you like them or not.
Sure, and it is what it is. I'm fine. You do know that that thing is massive, and these two Sahugans probably won't do anything for it.
It can give us some time if we're clever about it. And if not, I can try to be bait.
You, bait.
I'm a pretty fast swimmer.
The only one that can move the ship.
I'm a pretty fast swimmer.
The look of, like, disbelief on her face, like, huh.
Look, I might be a fire genasi, but I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
In the water. Against that.
You'd be surprised.
You saw how big that thing was and how fast it moved, right?
Yes.
But all the while in these couple of hours, like, you two are over, like, talking about this one topic over and over and over again, like, on the way there, picking up the Sahugans, and still arguing about it on the way back.
It's just, like, yeah, like, sometimes you gotta just have faith.
I
Believe.
swear, if you die, we're bringing you back just so I can kick your ass.
I hope not to die. That's not part of the plan.
But you want to go in the water with it?
I want to be a distraction so y'all can get past it, because as far as I can tell, between someone who's wearing armor, someone who says that they have trouble swimming, and
I can't swim.
short one, and then a goat-legged one,
Hey.
I don't see very good chances of y'all being able to outswim that thing to begin with.
Don't say goat around him. You're gonna insult me so bad.
That's why I'm saying it in front of you.
You think I won't tell him?
Eh. I'm just saying. I probably have the best chance of being a distraction if things go tits up.
What?
I mean, if you have other plans, feel free to enlighten me.
Cotton. I need you to make me an intelligence check.
A check this time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
3! I rolled a 2, and then a 3, and 4 5s.
You swear something deep inside you has probably had a conversation like this before. Like a memory lost, something that happened long ago. And it's faintly almost like this entire conversation through the hours.
Like, deja vu.
Yeah.
She'd kind of, like, look at him hard, like she's confused about something, before just shaking her head like, nah.
He'd raise an eyebrow, just...
Nah, just a weird feeling of deja vu. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
They've named it the dinosaur at this point.
Yes,
Holly,
name it.
Roy, Winry, as you guys are still sitting on the beach side, keeping an eye on that beast.
The beastie.
Well, this kinda sucks, doesn't it?
Well, yes, but honestly,
Just sit here and watch this big... Well, it's not a fish.
correct.
Is
No.
it?
It is an
Yes.
aquatic reptile.
Ah, I see.
There are worse things than getting a couple of minutes to sit and wait.
I think this is going to be more than a couple minutes, but sure. So, what do we want to do?
Whenever I'm forced to sit and stay in one place for an extended amount of time, it makes me antsy.
So, what would you like to do? Would you like to play rock, paper, shears?
Oh, that's a good start.
What would you win if you do win it?
I don't know.
Bragging rights.
There you go.
The most powerful currency of all.
I see.
Oh, I love this team.
Although, is it exactly
As
fair?
three-
Is it exactly fair to play with a time wizard that can see ahead into the future?
You assume a lot about my abilities, young one.
Listen, look at what you did
Wait,
back
how
with the
old are you?
Sahagins. And I'm probably younger than you are, but 52.
The wheezed laugh.
You've got me by about 20, darling.
There, see?
No, you're 20 years older than I am.
And yet here you are, grayer than my grandfather.
It's, like I said, it's a side effect of my specific field of study. When I was an apprentice chronologist, well, I guess I still am an apprentice.
As the
Didn't really,
three-
didn't really, master it all that well. But anyway, I feel something happening.
As the three of you are having this discussion, you hear a faint sound coming from the cave. Almost as if echoing and reverberating. As I need all three of you to make me wisdom saving throws.
Oh no!
Wisdom saving
Hooray!
throws.
I have no bonuses to it.
Wisdom
The sound.
saving throws.
That is a solid 5.
Ooh.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna shake out my dice real quick.
We're all rolling some weird as shit stuff today.
What was rolling?
That is a 22. I mislabeled my modifier.
Okay. Something to note. As you roll that 22, it is now considered a 10.
Goodness.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
You recorded it 10 to 20, right?
A 10 and a 20, yes.
Yep. So, what is your bonuses after the 10?
A 13?
Oh, you're fine.
Give me a spook.
You now have a 20 left over.
I'm throwing this fucking thing away.
I need to trade it back.
Give me back my snake.
Give me back my snake.
Any which way. As you notice that the conversation suddenly comes to a very abrupt end as this sound and song begins to fill the cave.
Oh no, I know what's
and
happening.
Winry and Holly, you suddenly can't help yourselves but walk closer into the water.
Excuse me? We were having a lovely conversation about me.
Can't you hear it?
Hello?
Can't you hear it, Roloi? It sounds so nice.
There's
Yeah.
something in there.
Me talking.
I want to see what that is.
Where are you? Oh.
Aren't you curious?
Do I sense something is off?
You could definitely tell there's a song in the air, there's a singing going on. And-
I see. Right.
Mm.
Well,
Make a perception check.
perception. What's my perception? Not great.
Remember, we're still baby level.
That is a 12.
It is now a 20. A natural 20.
You know everything.
You have now expended both of those dice. You now begin to roll normally after that. So, with the natural 20, you see out into the lake.
I don't like the amount of control this gives you.
It's not me, it's all you.
Uh-huh.
As with this natural 20, you notice out in the middle of that lake, you perceive what is almost this finned head adorned with shells and various other trinkets and doodads, as well as like what looks like to just be the tips of a trident. As you notice its maw is open and reverberating out a song about 300 feet into the cave.
Oh, that missive makes more sense now.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have a very stupid idea.
Oh no.
And I know it's not technically within my class, but Roloi is going to pull out a flute.
Oh.
And he's going to play very loud, very shrill notes
Ooh.
to try and counteract this song.
This might work.
Let's say, make a performance check with disadvantage.
Performance with disadvantage.
What if?
Well, I am proficient in it.
But what if he's doing
What if
it
you-
bad so that the disadvantage is technically an advantage? He's not trying to be good. He's trying to be awful. How do you fuck up being awful?
Loud.
I just need to know.
First roll is a 16. Second roll is a 22. So the 16.
Okay.
Which isn't bad.
So, yeah, as you try and like play a single note as loud as you possibly can
In a cave.
in a cave.
So it is reverberating all around.
Really fucking loud.
Let everyone know we're here. It's all good.
So,
It's all
Break out
gravy.
the automaton.
yeah, Holly and Winry, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
You better succeed
I'm
this
gonna
time.
fucking try.
Yeah.
Oh, let's pray. Let's see what happens.
Better.
Hey, guess what? I
15.
rolled a nat
Oh, no.
1. I rolled a nat 1.
You go 30 feet swimming into the lake further. Alright, and
Wait, I
Holly.
go 30 feet? Damn, she's a good swimmer.
At least you can breathe underwater for now.
That's good.
Yep.
I guess you're using your full action to do a double dash because movement through water is typically half your movement, unless you have
Yeah.
special abilities.
Like freedom of movement or certain aquatic abilities. And Holly.
Actually, freedom of movement doesn't affect water. That's freedom of waves, which is a different spell.
Talk about that in a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Holly was 15?
Yes.
Alright. You get splashed in the face with a wave, and suddenly you break out of the song for a minute and begin to realize you are swimming in the lake, and you're watching as Winry is going further into
Just
it.
full tilt.
Get
Full
her!
tilt. All 4 arms just paddling in.
All 4 limbs.
Is she
All 4 limbs. Thank you.
within reach of me?
You would have to swim out and get to her.
Okay.
How many bodies are we able to bring back with cotton strength?
Oh boy.
Couple.
Okay, I think we're ready to use them.
Sorry, I'm just checking everything I have.
And I still see that individual who appears to be singing this song, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to swim further out to her, hoping I can snap her out of it. And when I get to her, if I can get to her in time, I'm going to shake her, and I'm going to cast the resistance cantrip on her to add a d4 to her next saving throw.
Oh.
And I'm going to shake her. I'm going to say, Winry! Winry! We need to get out of the water!
Alright, as you shake her as violently as you can, Winry, make another wisdom saving throw.
Plus a, what's that other one you mentioned?
A d4.
Plus a d4. Okay, well, let's see what happens! Another 1, which means I would only get
Oh my
at most
God.
5.
Wow.
Okay, Aaron,
Did my curse go to
I
you?
think so.
As you can't help but wanting to move even further.
But am I grappled? Am I grappled?
That is true.
Yeah, Holly has you.
Holly, make a grapple check.
Okay, what am I?
So, Winry,
I'm rolling
what is your
strength, right?
better? Yeah, it is your strength versus their athletics and acrobatics.
Okay, well, my
Or-
acrobatics is
yeah.
a +1. That's my better one. So,
Yep, roll acrobatics.
nat 20.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
This
really,
is insane.
really want to get to your.
Man!
You are very
There's literally no
simping for
point,
that
but-
fishy girlfriend.
Winry fight against Holly successfully.
Holly gets a boot heel to the face.
Yeah, as you go deep into the water and try and get closer to the source of that song, without fundamentally realizing it,
Yeah.
Winry,
Oh no.
you are taking 6 points of piercing damage as this massive creature comes up to you with its massive maw and crunches down onto you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy.
And I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
So
Oh
this,
my god, please.
I am going to raise the Shard of Dunamancy, and I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the singer.
Well, that's a little better. That's an 11.
Alright, and suddenly you snap out of the song.
Finally.
As you are screaming now under the water, being dragged into the depths by the plesiosaurus that you saw earlier.
Okay.
Cotton's
And
about
with
to
that-
launch into the water.
Yeah, and with that, as both Murad and Cotton make back, you watch as magic missiles shoot out unerringly out into the water. See, that's
We left you alone for... Oh my god.
5 minutes?
You could have just stayed out of the water.
Yeah, it was
We had
2
one
hours.
rule.
Stay out.
Winry really wants a fish girlfriend.
Meh. Eh.
alright.
She
So
seemed
that's-
pretty.
Succeed,
Cotton's
and succeed.
about to trigger and
Unfortunately,
launch.
it does maintain its song. But it does take the damage, so go ahead and roll me the damage for the magic missiles. And as you two are entering the cave, Cotton and Murad, I need you both to make me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, lordy. 8.
It was 2, 4, and 3 for the magic missiles.
I rolled an
Okay,
8.
good to know.
Because, of course, this is Baldur's Gate all over again.
Yep.
I rolled a 12.
Alright. Murad, you succeed as you swear you know the stories of the sirens of the sea and how they have brought men and women to their fucking death by making them jump off the ship and dragged into the depths. This is not the first time this has happened to you or your crew, but you have resisted it before.
Motherfucker.
There's been a development, Captain.
Yeah, Cotton, you can't help but move 30 feet directly towards the water
No.
as
What?
the lot of you are beginning to realize your situation. We are going to go ahead and leave it there for tonight.
Womp womp.
Is-
Awesome.
Oh no.
Ah! Bye, Winry.
How did that happen? 2 nat 1 saving throws and then a nat 20. What is going on?
Kendra, you got my final episode of Black Archives.
And this is episode 2 of Sandtide. How fun!
Beach episode.
Oh, what?
D&D Beyond giveth,
Oh
and
my
D&D Beyond taketh away.
By the way, I'm
Alright.
going to say right now, Kayla, Wenry is going to be apologizing profusely for kicking Holly so hard.
It's really okay. She's gonna be fine with it.
Oh god. Alright, so before we head on off, we're gonna do some relatively quick announcements and then we'll be wrapping up here. So, the first and foremost thing, as for any announcements with me, I've been streaming throughout the week. To those who might be noticing, we've been playing some Baldur's Gate.
So much fun.
And it's been a lot of fun. It's so much fun. I love it. Let's see. Also our Patreon. If you guys want to continue to support us over on Patreon, there is going to be a link down below. And as those of you who already are on Patreon and watching this, thank you very much. And also keep an eye out for some of the more spicier moments over on our TikTok and Twitter and YouTube Shorts. And I think that's it. That's it for me. All right.
Oh boy,
That's all.
I know what.
Cotton, you're up.
Let me see. Do I roll
Blue,
another
how you
5? Another 5? No? Okay. Hi, is Blue or Blue Casa Nothing. I don't really have much going on except by the time this is out, I'll be posting all the art I've been sitting on for months.
Yeah.
So I really don't have much else going on, so I'm just gonna toss it on over to Ray!
Hi, hello, I am Ray, also known as Key Ink, or Keyligraphy Ink. I can be found on Twitter with Keyligraphy Ink, or you can find me with the little hashtag that's right below my name. Or not hashtag, it's a @sign. But anyway, and then you can also find me on Blue Sky, actually, as Key Ink, just without the /art now, because I've got that name. So yay!
Yeah.
I hope to post artwork and just memes and all that kind of stuff. So I will just be vibing. Commissions might still not be open at this point. Who knows? But you're always happy to check. And I'm gonna pass it on over.
Yeah. B, how you know?
Hi, I am Pastel Wolf on Twitter. And I am doing nothing but practicing my swimming right now. That's all. Just practicing my swimming. Passing it on over.
Connor, how you now?
Hi, Distortion Devil Wizard. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, youtube.com/Distortion Devil. You can also find me on Blue Sky @Distortion Devil. Recently got the invite.
Excellent.
Likewise, I am also on Tumblr. Tumblr.com/Distortion Devil.
Yeah.
I recently released the Geomancer's Spellbook to the DM's Guild. There's all sorts of crazy earth, metal, crystal, sand-based spells in there. If you want to add some flavorful earth-themed spells to your D&D game, then head on over to DM's Guild, look up my name, or look up the Geomancer's Spellbook. And if you like what you saw, leave a rating and a review. And coming out next will be the Fulgurmancer Spellbook, a storm of lightning-based spells.
I would be interested. I'd be interested in that for Winry. Goodness.
Oh yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting.
That reminds me. Speaking of homebrews, we actually released one over on Patreon by now.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, the Paladin Oath of the Worm. It is a dragon-based Paladin Oath. More information on that over on the Patreon. So yeah, just keep forgetting to note that because timelines.
I think that's what was bothering you about trying to figure out what it is for D6 to announce.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I'll be sure to note it next week. And last but not least, Kendra.
Hey there, everybody. My name is Kendra. I am playing Winry, your little halfling sorceress. You can find me pretty much anywhere under the name Transient Day. I am trying to get away from Twitter, but unfortunately it is so deeply ingrained to my habits, it is hard to break. But I am over on Blue Sky, I am on Tumblr, and I've got a few other spots which I cannot remember off the top of my head, but they're, basically, if you find Transient Day, it's likely me, except for Instagram, because somebody beat me to that one. So.
Alrighty then.
But other than that, yeah, nothing exciting going on over here.
Alright. Nothing else pressing?
Nope, just drowning.
Alright, well then, that being said, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope to see you guys again very soon, and stay safe out there. And as always, see you next Sunday.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Oh man, dinosaurs!
Yay,
Aquatic
dinosaurs.
reptiles.